for grabs now! Thomas!
Put through by Steve Ball, would you believe it? Put down by Barton, Patrick Vieira is in for Arsenal and sweeps it home. It's Bergkamp. That's magnificent. Henry stripped it away from Carr. Henry!
That messed up a little bit, didn't it? Blimey. Hope you're all well. Thank you for tuning in once again to a daily dose of Claude and the Bansters. Hope you're all good. Sorry, guys. Apologies, slightly late, but that's me all over in it. Rushing around like a tit in a trance. But yep, I'm here now. I've got the fan. It is proper muggy in my place at the moment. Yeah, so if I do start sweating, I apologise. But my God, rushing around like anything. So yeah, what am I, 4, 5, 6 minutes late, which is actually it's an improvement for me. But I hope you're well, guys. Tonight we are here for the watch along for the Netherlands, and to all of you guys who don't know who they are, Holland. Holland versus Austria. So. And for anyone, just obviously pre-warn you as well, anyone who's asking where young Terence is, I don't even need to answer that. We all know where Terence is. We all know who he's with. Yeah, we all know who he's sleeping with. Yeah, we all know who he's bending over backwards for. Need I say more? So that's where he is. So, a certain good-looking Spaniard who likes a bit of Gucci. Yeah, there's your clue. I'm not going to give any more clues than that. If you don't get it from that, then God help you. But first things first, let me give a big shout out to the guys in the chat. We've got Seamus Moore in the chat. Big up, Seamus. Come on. Tony Blackwell's in the chat. We've got AJ Byte in the chat. We've got David Dundas in the chat. We got Craig David all over you. Oh, come on. Who sings that better, me or Terence? Because I heard Terry sing that yesterday and it was dreadful. So I'm sure I'll win that. But Craig, hope you're good, mate. We've got Mike in England in the chat. Big up to yourself, Mike. Essex Hammer, come on, my guy. Hope you're good, mate. Hope you're good. We've got Craig Malloy in the chat. Lovely. More than a wheelchair. Sick name. Love that. Who else? I've said his name. I've already said his name. Oh, I haven't said his name. Big up Warren. Warren's team talk. Come on, Warren. I just saw your message, Warren, on Insta. So Terence thinks after Arsenal's first 6 games of the season, he thinks that we're going to be sitting at the top of the table. You are right. He is getting worse. He's still not come back to me about the therapist. Tony Blackwell in the chat. Tony, if you can sort of intervene and help out with that, I'd really appreciate it. Like I said, you know, nothing to lose, but something to gain. Yeah, I'm willing to pay for it. He's got nothing to lose. But if we can get him the help that he requires, then I think me, you guys in the chat, and everyone else would be a lot more better off for it, yeah? So, Tony, if you can sort that, I'd really appreciate it. Footy Chats is in the chat. Footy Chats in the chat. See what I did there? Hope you're good, mate. Hope you're well. Liam R97, come on, big up yourself. Almost there. Lily's in the chat. Hope you're well, sweethearts. We've got Lone Star in the chat. Big up yourself, Lone Star, my new best friend. I noticed that when I say that, Lone Star, you don't say it back to me, but you know what? That's all right. I suppose it's what we call a love-hate relationship, but that's fine. I'm used to that. I've been back in the day. So I love them, but they bloody hate me. But no, look, all joking aside, mate, hope you're good. Hope you're well. Who else have we got in the chat? Who else? I've said his name. No, I haven't said his name. Sam Dunster. Big up, Sam. Hope you're good, mate. We've got London Boy in the chat. Big up yourself. Conor McCrudden. Connor's on crud. I haven't said that in a while. By me. Talk about MIA. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're good. And welcome back. Oh, look at that. 1-1, or is that 11? 11, 1-1, 1-1. The real ones. Thank you very much, mate. Blimey, got a couple of new people tonight. Look, we've got Matthew Robson. Matthew, how are you, mate? Matty R. Cool on. Big up. London boy, I've said your name. I've said it twice. Lucky you. Realist TV. Hope you're good, mate. Big up yourself as well. And we've got Matt Howarth in the chat. Hope you're well, Matt. And I think that's it. Right. Okay. So first of all, hang on. Elliot Lintle. Hope you're good, mate. Nice one. Thank you very much, mate. I'm not. I'm just a normal bloke. I'm not a legend, I promise you. I just do my best. But thank you very much, mate. I really appreciate that. Tony Diesel, the therapist I sorted for Terry, had to see a therapist themselves. Blimey. After the first session, man won't even return my calls. My God, this is more serious than I thought. Oh, Christ. I thought this was something minor, Tone. I thought this was something that a couple of sessions would fix. But from your comment there, that just sort of tells me that he's in an even worse state than what I thought he was. So this is going to cost me an absolute arm and a leg. But you know what? It's money. It's money well spent, mate. It's worth the money, Tone. I don't care how much it is. If I've got to break the bank and use all my savings, mate, sod it. I'll sell the apartment. This is more important. We need to get this man help. It's been a year and a half now, and the man is getting worse week to week, Tone. So listen, mate, me and you club together and we'll sort something off camera, yeah? Big up yourself, lovely. Right, okay. Oh, sorry, before I forget, lovely guy. Look, this one, Alex Vincenzo, really nice guy. These always losing weight, boys. Let's all chip in and get him that Donna. # legend. Oh, thank you. Have you noticed, Alex? I'm wasting away, innit? No, thank you very much, mate. You know me, Alex. I'm partial to a doner kebab with chili sauce and garlic sauce. And alongside that, I also like a mixed doner wrap. Yeah, I'm a bit of a greedy bastard. But yeah, listen, you know, I keep saying it to you. I love food so much, I don't eat anything else. And that is a fact. But thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate that. And right, so first of all, if anyone wants to hear me butcher some names, probably worse than Terence, I'm going to do so now. So, Netherlands versus Austria. That's the whole reason we're here tonight. And not only that, we're also here to have a bit of a laugh and a bit of banter. Yeah? Because, listen, it wouldn't surprise me if this happens to be a dead game. But whether it's a dead game or not, at the end of the day, I'm here. You guys are here. You guys are my, you like my co-host tonight. So, do you know what? Let's have a bit of banter, yeah? Why not? Eh? It's a Thursday night. Best day of the week tomorrow. It's my favourite day of the week, Friday. And I'm actually in a good mood. So, here we go. I'm going to start with Netherlands. Holland. So in goal, we've got Martin Stekelenburg. I'm sure he used to play for Fulham. Stekelenburg. In defence, you've got Stefan de Vrij. Vrij as in fridge. But with a V. Stefan de Vrij, Matthias de Ligt and Daley Blind. Ex-Man United. In midfield, they've got Dumfries, Martin de Roon, Gigi Wijnaldum, Frankie de Jong and Patrick van Aanholt. And two up front, from what I can see anyway. You've got, what a name this is, Wout Weghorst, and Memphis Depay. Memphis Depay, who, by the way, looks like he's on his way to Barcelona. On the bench for Holland, you've got Veltman, Nathan Ake, there you go, a player we know, Owen Window, Steven Berghuis, Luke de Jong, Quincy Promes, Tim Krul, Davy Klaassen, Ryan Gravenberch, Daniel Marlon, ex-Arsenal, Marco Bizot, and Jurian Timber. That's his surname, Timber. Quality. Right, okay. And for Austria, this is where I'm going to get it so wrong. Well, actually, I don't know. Let's have a go. So for Austria, in goal, we've got Daniel Bachmann. In defence, you've got Ulmer, Hinteregger, Dragovic, and Lena. In midfield, you've got David Alaba, Konrad Lehmer, Schläger and Baumgartner. And the two up front, Marcel Sabitzer and Michael Gregoritsch. And on the bench for Austria, we've got Schläger. That's another one, another Schläger. What is two related or something? It must be. Mad. Alexander Schläger, Stefan Ilsanker, Florian Grilic, Pavel Pervan, Philip Linhart, Christopher Trimmel, Louis Schob, Alessandro Schopf, Karim Onisiwo, Valentino Lazaro, Sasa Kalajic, and Marco Friedl. How did I do? That was all right, wasn't it? Quality. All right, lovely. Right, okay. Blimey, it's 8 o'clock already. Christ, I was late. All right, hang on. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm going to get the game up. Right, let's have a look. Bear with me, people. Right, here we go. Right, let's just forward that. Right, this is the time where I'm going to embarrass myself. What minute are you guys in? I'm in minute 207, 208, 209, 210. Is it really bad? Or am I right? Am I bang on? Loving the accent, Diesel. Thank you, Tan. I did it right there, didn't I? See? Not just a pretty face, mate. Man of many talents. Yeah, that's on my CV. I speak two languages. There you go. You're sexy anyway. You don't need the gym. Oh, I wish that was about me, but I know you're not talking to me. Oh, well. I do need the gym, Craig. I really do, mate. Honestly. Steve RFC7, another real one. Steve, I didn't shout you out earlier on because I didn't see you, but you're here now. It's the main thing. You was later than I was. That's saying something, Steve. So, yeah, common ground. I like the accent. Thank you very much, mate. I do try. I didn't practice it. I just did it off the cuff. Best way to be, mate. We've got Samuel Pinsey in the chat as well. Diesel, that Denzel Donofres is right back, who I think would be amazing get for us. Donofres, I've never heard of him, mate. I want two. I want either what's his name, Tariq Lamptey from Brighton or Max Aarons. I want to buy British this summer. I want to buy players who are doing it in the Premier League, or even there's even a couple of gems in the Championship. Hard-working Brits. John McGinn's another one. All this nonsense from moving about Ben White. 40 million. I mean, seriously, come on, sort the midfield out more so than the defence. But I've no idea what's going on at this club. It's an absolute joke for me. Chaz is in the house. Evening, big man. Charlie, hope you're good, mate. Hope you're well. Thank you for tuning in. You joke. Oh, do you know what? I was just about to go mad there. But AJ, I'm in the same as you, mate. I'm 412, 413, 414, 415. Oh, so okay, lovely. Well, yeah, we're bang on then. 37 likes. Thank you very much, AJ. Right, listen, guys. Bit of a favour, right? If you don't mind. Obviously, whenever we do these streams, if you look at the last several that we've done, the views have been decent. Don't get me wrong, been decent. Could always be more, but listen, I'm not going to be greedy. They have been decent. But when I'm looking at the amount of people watching these streams of ours, and you compare that to the likes, it's absolutely piss poor. It's disgusting. If I'm being frank. So guys, if there's any chance, please, we're not asking you for a lot, we're not asking for your money, we're not asking to charge you anything. All we ask is that you smash that like button. Really appreciate that. It's quite a bit of sacrifice when we do this, but obviously it's a sacrifice that we're more than happy to make, because obviously we get to converse with you guys and watch a bit of football and have a bit of banter and have a laugh as well. All we ask in return, one thing, and that's all it is: just smash the likes. Actually, two things. Subscribe as well. No, 3 things if you can share it. Yeah, 3 things. So, it's not a lot, is it? Eh? So if you could, I'd really appreciate it. As Steffi says there, smash a like. Hope you're well, darling. Hope you're well. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're good. And listen, she's more attractive than me. So if you don't listen to me, at least listen to her and smash the like. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. David P's in the chat as well. Nice to see the usual people in the chat. You know why, David? Because we've got real ones in here. That's why, mate. So there you go. John Gooner's in the chat as well. John, hope you're good, mate. Evening, Diesel. What happened to Hertz fan hire? Yeah, we'll have a chat off camera about that, John. Quiet, John. David P, I'm going to put your comment up again. Good to see you, Diesel. You were missed yesterday, brother. Thank you very much, mate. I really appreciate that. Do you know what? I actually I missed it yesterday. I was with family yesterday. In fact, that's just what I told Terry and the guys. Truth is, people, I was with a bird last night. She was absolutely stunning. So I'm sure the guys in the chat can understand why I was missing. Yeah, if you'd seen her, you'd have done the same as me. So if I haven't got my priorities right, then I do apologise. But guys, you know what I'm like. I'm too much of a lad. But at least I'm honest. But listen, I watched the stream back this morning. Really, really good. Terence, let's be honest. My commentary doesn't even touch his commentary skills. And it was good to see Aldo as well last night. Over the moon that obviously Italy won. Pleased for him, and also pleased for Claude as well, because he would have been buzzing off of that. So yeah, let's just see just how far Italy can go. I know there's quite a few people who have got Italy as their dark horses. So do you know what? Let's see what happens. See, I told you I was funny. Look, she's laughing, eh? Yeah. Lone Star Diesel was on the trap again last night. Come on, Lone Star. That's what I'm saying. Listen, you're only young once, right? And you only live once. Do you know what I'm saying? And you know what? While you can, why not? Right? I'm a single man. I'm not hurting anyone. So do you know what? Why not? Right? I'm only saying what we're all doing here. All right. So come on. Dazza 88 come on, Dazza. Big up yourself. Big up my man Diesel. Hope you're well and enjoy your content. Keep it up. Dazza, thank you very much, mate. Comments like that are the whole reason why we do this show. And you know it. Right, predictions. Sorry. God, dear. Omar, hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. Big up to yourself, Omar. Prediction Diesel, I say 2-1 Holland. Do you know what? I said it earlier on, not on here, but earlier on during the day, I was speaking to Terence. I think Holland are going to win this 2-0. I can't see him conceding. So I'm going 2-0 Holland. Omar, you're going 2-1. No worries. Craig, thank you very much, mate. I smashed the like button before you came on. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. I did see we had a dislike before we even started. We had a dislike. It just makes me laugh. The funny thing is, I know you're watching. Whoever it is who disliked it, you're watching, and deep down, you will never admit it, but you actually enjoy watching us, and that pleases me. So, do you know what? I'm winning. So there you go. Right, listen, I haven't seen him yet, but I just want to say just one more announcement. Static, it's his birthday today. I just want to say absolute big up to him. Static has been one who's watched us from more or less from the start, from when we joined Claude. He was one of the first people I made a mod because I trusted him, and we talk quite a bit on Insta as well. He's always in the chat supporting us, always leaving nice comments, and even when we're getting trolled by certain people, he stays out of it, and obviously he's not one of those who are two-faced. So Static, I know you're probably out with your mates enjoying your birthday, mate, but listen, just on behalf, I hope you see this, on behalf of myself, young Terence, Leanne, all of us, and the guys in the chat as well, have a great birthday, mate. Really are a nice bloke. So you deserve the best. So yeah, have a good one, mate. Enjoy yourself, and I'll catch up with you soon. If I don't see you in the stream at all tonight, normally I'd go into one, but it's your birthday, Static, so I'm going to let you off, but just this once, all right? Don't let it happen again. Good man. Love it. I'm joking, by the way. Tony, big up Static. Happy birthday, mate. Yeah, big up to him. There you go. Happy birthday, Static. Look, Static getting a lot of love here. Lone Star Ecstatic. I'll see what you did there. I like it. And by the way, guys, I've just seen on my screen Holland have scored. Holland won, Austria 0. I'm going to do what Terence did yesterday. Go! Boom! Hey, Vorsprung technique. Come on, as Del Boy would say. Right, here we go. Oh, it was a penalty as well. Was that Memphis Depay? God damn, I was focusing so much on the chat, I missed it. Hang on, I'm seeing the replay now. Look, see a couple of girls going absolutely mad. There must be, 8 or 9. Lovely to see. You love to see it, didn't you? Yeah, Memphis Depay, penalty. Bang. Holland 1, Austria 0. There you go. Craig David all over you. Diesel, who's that naked sort behind you? God, mate, I wish, mate. It's probably a shadow. No, not tonight, mate. Thursday night. I'm relaxing tonight. I'm gonna. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, reserves and all that. Recharge the batteries and then yeah, tomorrow night, mate. Out on the trap again, as Lone Star would say. God, look at this. All this love for Static. This is great to see. Look, John Gooner, Steve RFC7. Come on, Warren as well. Brilliant. 1-0 to Netherlands. 1-0 Omar. Yep. There we go. Happy birthday, Static, as well. Come on, big up. Honestly, lovely bloke. Sammy O'Neid, hope you're well, mate. Haven't seen you before, and I certainly hope that you're a nice bloke as well, or lady. You know, we don't judge here. Mr. D, do you believe in ghosts? I do. If I'm honest with you, mate, I'm a massive conspiracy theorist as well. I'm the kind of guy who will stay up all night on YouTube, you know, flicking through YouTube and Google and, you know, top 20, top 30, top 40 conspiracy theories. And I love watching David Icke. Some of the things he says, I do believe. I'm really into that. It's funny because I don't really know a lot of people in my sort of circle who I can have a really deep chat to about stuff like that, because a lot of my mates and stuff like that, you know, a lot of those people, they're not really into it in the way that I am. So, but yeah, I love stuff like that. But ghosts, yes, I do. I believe in black magic. I believe in spirits and stuff like that. It's funny because I'm actually watching, you know, The Exorcist. Yeah, they got a series, right? And I'm watching that at the moment. I think I'm watching it. I think it's on Netflix or Amazon Prime. I think it might be Amazon Prime. But yeah, I'm in season 2, so I'm watching that. Liam R97 Diesel, hello. Oh, hello, Mr. Chin. Now he's gone out. Where you gone to, Del? Yeah, come on. I had a telephone call from a man. He did not leave me his name, but he tells me, get your kitchen painted. Oh, you'll be in big trouble, John, huh? Come on, Liam. Don't test me on false and horses, bruv. Come on, man. I'm sure she did. You are not known as Jake the Peg with the extra leg for nothing. Exactly, mate. Tripod. Come on, Warren. Hey, come on. All you guys know I need a permit for this. Listen, it's not all candy floss, roses, and Disney. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm paying for 2 all the time, yeah, no matter where I go. It's expensive, mate, having a ding dong. I was going to say something else there, but I thought, no, it's not the watershed yet, is it? Essex Hammer, I love all that, Diesel. Come on, don't we all? That's what I'm saying. I'm into it big time, Diesel. Yep, lovely. That's what I'm saying. Yep, guys, I'd love. Yeah, honestly, I go, when I go deep, I go deep. I love all that stuff. I'm fascinated by Area 51 and things like that, and the fact that even the president can't go there. I just love all that sort of stuff. I love, you know, finding out about that. Roswell, when they try to cover it up, all those, and there's, yeah, even films based on that, you know. There's actually a film called Area 51. I've watched that 3 times. I love it. It's not really a well-known film, but, you know, it is what it is. Check out the Earth Files YouTube channel. It's amazing. Thank you, Warren. Lovely. That's my night sorted now. Much appreciated. Looks like we've got a comedian in the chat, Jolien Hunt. Jolien, mate, if you think you can do better, I'll send you the link. Let me know. AJ, 46 likes. All right, we're getting there, aren't we? We're getting there slowly but surely. Yeah, we are getting there. Mind you, if you judge it by how many people are watching, I suppose it's decent, really, isn't it? But yeah, listen, guys, please just, you know, keep smashing the likes. Those of you who have done it already, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. You are fine. The others the other guys who haven't, please do that now. I'd really appreciate it. Craig David all over you. Drink up waters we're leaving. What are they? These are a couple of ravers. No, they're a couple of geezers. Do you know what? That is in my top 5. That one. Oh, what's the name of the episode? Uptown. Go West Young Man. That was it. Go West Young Man. That's one of my favourites, mate. One of my favourites. That was brilliant. And the way they pull those two birds at the end as well, sick. That's what I'm talking about. That's proper London, mate. That's what I'm saying. That's why we're so forward down here. I love it. We've got David Brent, the Brentmaster General. Come on. What's that? Oh, good look. Got a sticker. Oh, God, I thought I had a bruise or something. But yep, go West Young Man. That's the one, Brent. The Brentmaster General. Thank you very much. Lone Star Diesel. What do you call a spaceship with a faulty air conditioning unit? A frying saucer. Come on, Lone Star. Lone Star, I'll give you one as well. What do you call a dog with no arms and no legs? Call it whatever the fuck you like. It ain't coming to you. Boom. Right. And guys, you can use that joke as well. You can use it. I'll let you use it. There you go. John Guna, lovely. Diesel has an encyclopedic knowledge of only fools, mate. That's the only thing I know everything about. Anything else, I'm terrible, mate. But watching that for years, I could watch this. The one thing on TV, David, I could watch over and over and over and still laugh and crease and fall on the floor. It's timeless, mate. Way before its time. Still doesn't get the recognition I believe it should get. And there's nothing better I've seen on the TV. That's just a fact. David P. Terry did a very good job with Lee. Do you know what? To be totally honest with you, as much as I'm Arteta out, I thought Terry he did hold his own. I don't think that was a walkover. And there were a couple of times I thought he may have had Lee on the ropes, but no, fair play to him. Look, I don't agree with a lot of what he says, but you know what? I don't think that was a trouncing. Lee still won though, but yeah. But no, fair play to him. Fair play. Listen, you got to give credit where credit's due. CG, blimey, how long's it been, mate? I ain't seen you in time. Hello, Diesel on the chat. Hope you're good, mate. Hope you're good. SA Forza, big up, Diesel. Boss, come on. Forza Italia. Oh, I don't know you're Italian. I'm just saying. I'm just, respect to Claude. That's what Forza Italia. Come on. Hope you're well, Forza, mate. Hope you're good. Hope you're good. Hope you're good. Lovely. Where are we? Oh my God, he's actually here. The man is here. Look, it's his birthday, and he's still swinging by to come in and obviously grace us with his presence and spend a little bit of time with us. Liam Diesel, that was pish, man. Come on, pish blood. Come on. I can speak the lingo, Liam. Come on, mate. I'm not that old. I'm old. I'm not that old. You know what I'm saying? Here he is, look, Static. Good evening, Diesel. The real Static is here. Come on. I heard everyone said everybody to the wrong Static. Ha ha ha. Remember, Diesel, I'm a mod. Anyone else is fake. Exactly, mate. Exactly. But listen, while you're here, mate, have a happy birthday. I don't know if you saw earlier on, you had a lot of love in the chat. Really good to speak to you earlier on, mate. I know we speak from time to time on Insta anyway. But, mate, listen, have a great birthday. Enjoy it. And thanks for coming in, man. Listen, it only comes around once a year, so do you know what? Have a good one. I think you're with your mates today or tonight, in you. So, yeah, listen, whatever you're doing, enjoy it. And if you have to miss the stream, Static, I'll allow it. Only this once, though, yeah? There you go. So, look, even AJ's there. Look, good evening, Static. Have a great birthday. Come on. Seamus, Only Fools and Horses is the only programme you can watch and still get a good laugh out of it. Facts, mate. Yeah, exactly. Where did I say? There you go. Look, Steffi, happy birthday, Static. Come on. See, Static, look, we all love you, mate. We all love you. Look, Connor there. Look, hey, Static, my bro. Come on. Thank you to everyone. Top man. Yeah, top man. Happy birthday, Static. Lovely. So, look, there you go. Even from a West Ham fan, Static. That's saying something. Come on. Boom. Static says he loves me, by the way. He better love all of us. David Dundas, hey, Static, happy birthday, mate. Come on. Chaz, happy birthday, Static. Brilliant. Lone Star, I'm old, wise, and reckless. I'm old and reckless, yeah. I'm 2 out of 3, mate. The last one, definitely. I'm definitely reckless. I'm one of them, Lone Star. I act before I think. So I act first and I think about it after and I think, oh, why did I do that? I could have handled that differently or... But yeah, that's just me. I see what I want. I just try and go for it. My problem is I recognise a green light. I know what a green light is. When I see it, boom, I'm in. Da, 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 da. Thank you, Diesel. I heard God have told me. No, anytime, mate. Anytime. Even look, Warren there. Happy birthday, Static. David P. Happy birthday. Come on, mate. Look, we all love you here, yeah? We all love you. AJ, no, Diesel, I've got an update for you about my granddad. He has a scan on Monday. We get the results on Wednesday. That should say how long he has. When I know that, I will message you and Terry on Instagram. AJ, listen, mate, I know stuff like that is really, really personal, right? So I appreciate you sharing it with us. You don't have to if you don't want to, mate, because I know things like that are very personal and they're very emotional as well. Do you know what I mean? So listen, if you want to, mate, great. But listen, I would never force you, or I respect privacy. I'm certainly very private when it comes to family and stuff like that, mate. So listen, it's up to you, mate. Up to you, AJ. Yeah. But either way, we're here, and the guys, the Bounsters here, Bounsters in the chat are here, and everybody in the Bounster house is here. So yeah, we all look after each other over here. I saw a comment earlier on, can't remember it now. Someone's been slagging someone off in another stream. Let them. Couldn't care less. Whether it's me, I think it might have been about Lone Star. Lone Star, do you know what? This is coming from me, Lone Star. We've had our differences, mate. But do you know what? Listen, don't worry about it. If they can't do it to your face or to you directly, then it's not really worth it, is it? So yeah. Listen, you're still sleeping well tonight, mate. So does it matter? Samuel, I'm very sorry to hear that, AJ. I wish you all the best. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Chin up, mate. There you go. Static, thank you, guys. Enjoy the game. All right, I better start watching it now. Now you've said that, you've reminded me, mate. I like talking to you guys too much. This is why I'm me and Watchalongs, we just don't mix. But yeah, I'm nowhere near as good as Terence when it comes to the commentary as well. So do you know what? I'm just, yeah, he's done me anyway. He's done me on that. So as much as I bury him, he does bury me on the commentary. I'll give him that much. Bless him. Also, guys, right, there's something I read earlier on. And this is going to really excite you because it really excited me. Just so you guys know, Love Island is due to start very, very soon, right? I've seen a couple of birds who are going in and they're absolutely stunning. Yeah, so obviously it's a show that I hold very sacred. I love the show. Myself and Claude did apply a couple of times to go on it. Funnily enough, Claude got further than I did. But needless to say, it's a great show. And I can't wait until it comes on. So, yeah, I shall let you guys know, the date, obviously, nearer the time, as soon as I find out when it's coming on. I'll tell you something. I might even do a stream on Love Island, I don't know how many of you guys were tuning to watch. Or maybe it's just me. But I love it. Ian Barron, been a while, Ian. Hope you're good, mate. Good evening, Diesel. It's the Mad Darlington fan back. Hope you are well and have a good day. Thank you very much, mate. Come on, Ian. Hope you're good. Last time we spoke, I think you was unwell. I hope you're feeling a lot better now, mate. Yeah, made a full recovery. Yeah, and you're fighting fit. Craig David all over you. Come on. It's good when people talk about you, mate. Jealousy eats people. Craig, I couldn't put it better myself. There you go. I love it. Rent free in someone else's head. I love it, mate. I tell you, because they're rattled. I'm not. They're the one with the problem. I'm not. Let them carry on. It's free publicity, Craig. That's how I look at it. Keep talking about us. Keep talking about Claude and the Bounsters. Because people are going to hear that and think, oh, let me check out this Bounsters channel. They come over and hopefully a lot of them think, actually, this is all right. I think I'll come back next time. And that's how it starts. It's word of mouth, isn't it? Got to speculate to accumulate. Come on. Where's that comment? I just see Ian Barron, blag it, Diesel, mate. I do that. I wing it every day. Why not? I'll do what I can, mate. You know that. Omar Diesel, what's your timestamp? Omar, I am on 2607, 2608, 2609, 2610. Still Holland 1, Austria 0. Holland's playing from left to right. in the orange kit, the orange. AJ, no, I want to talk about it to you too, and Terry. It's helping me every step of the way, so you will get that DM. No, AJ, as long as it's helping you, mate, because sometimes it's nice to obviously, share it and talk to someone and express yourself. So as long as it's helping you, then do you know what? Fair play, mate. Crack on. Yeah? Crack on, mate. London boy, Holland. Holland are winning 1-0 Diesel. I think it's just a Holland win. You can focus on us. Exactly. Oh, there you go. As long as I've got your permission, guys, then obviously I'll carry on. AJ, thank you so much, everyone. It really means a lot. Come on, man. We all love you. Danny, big up Dan, big up Diesel, you legends. My club is an absolute joke, mate. Dan, what's all this I'm hearing about Gattuso? So I heard earlier on that obviously it's fallen through for Paulo Fonseca. Something to do with a tax, some sort of tax rebate he gets that's not applicable in this country, but it's an advantage to him. Obviously, it's a tax rule or something that's applicable over there abroad, but not in this country. Hence why they've the talks are off. To be honest with you, mate, it's not really Spurs' fault if that's the case. Although you'd think they'd know that when they drew up the contract. Just goes to show, like, whoever the lawyers and solicitors are, they're not really doing their job. But from what I'm hearing, you're in talks with Gattuso. To be honest, he flopped at, was it Juve? Was it? Was it Juve? It was Juve, wasn't it? So, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I wouldn't be happy if he was coming to us. Great player, but he's done nothing. It's another Arteta, mate. For me, I don't know. I'd want someone else. I'm hearing as well, but I don't know if Jimmy D's in the chat. I'm hearing about Rafa Benitez possibly going to Everton. I tell you what, if that comes off, I tell you what, Everton have had a result there. So yeah, Arsenal, Spurs. Listen, you got Benitez there. Like, go and get him. Mad. 53 likes, smash the likes. Thank you, Static. Big up yourself, the birthday boy. Diesel, as I'm about to go, what's your score prediction for this game? Thank you for the messages as well. Anytime, mate. I've gone for Holland 2, Austria 0. I think they'll do it 2-0, mate. I can't see him conceding. I think it's going to be quite comfortable for him. Craig David all over ya. Go on dinner date, mate. Woman and food, you'd be in your element. Oh, mate, could you imagine? The only thing is, though, right? I just have this just my luck, Craig. Yeah, I do that. I apply, and they put me with some absolute rotter. Yeah, and if that's the case, that's going to be filmed to everyone. Can you imagine, right? The stick I'd get. Do you know what I mean? I don't mean to be rude, but Christ, come on. And if that's the case, I'm literally going to be interested in the grub, and that's it. So yeah, if we could sort of see the girl before we actually do it, then yeah, I'd be a lot more confident. But yeah, to be just my luck as well, right? They proper stitch me up and all. Probably put me with someone who's bigger than me. Hey. Hey. So when are you going on it, Diesel? I'm assuming that they know about your extra leg. They do, mate. They do, Warren. No, that's why I didn't get through. They thought I'd be a bit of a health hazard. Well, that's how they put it anyway. So yeah. Oh well. Oh God. Omar, off topic, Diesel. Which part of England are you from? So I'm in Essex, mate. So I was born in Islington, Barnsbury Road. So that's where I was born. And then I moved to East London when I was about 8, 9, and I've been East London ever since. By the way, guys, there was a massive difference between Essex and East London. Yeah, East London, you're more of a Cockney, proper rhyming slang and stuff like that. But obviously, East London, and then I've lived in Essex for the last 10 years now. But I consider myself, more East London. I don't think I talk with an Essex accent. I think Terry's more. Actually, no, Terry's like me. Terry's East London. We just happen to live in Essex. But yeah, don't be put off by sort of Towie and the only way is Essex. We're not like that. Not a lot of people talk like that. That show really puts us down. It's not as bad as that, I can assure you. Steffi, they may have a nice personality. Yep, let's be honest, Steph, first impressions and all that. This is what winds me up, right, about women, yeah? Right, when they say, I can ask a girl, what's your type? I don't have a type. I like personality. I go for how the man is and if he's a nice guy. Okay, so by that logic then, when you're on your Bumble or your Tinder or whatever it is, do you swipe right then for every single guy? No. Why? Well then, but hang on, you said personality. So if you don't swipe right for every guy, so are you saying on some of those guys you see, you swipe left? Yeah, so I just swipe left on some of them. Because they're not really attractive. They're not my type. Well, there you go then. So look, come on, Steph. Come on. When girls say I don't have a type, I think that's a load of absolute rubbish. It makes me laugh. But yeah, that's just my view. Nice to know, Diesel. Come on, big up yourself. Tony, I'm ex-Nurham, born and bred there. Come on, Tone. That's it. Well, I used to live, Tony, down the road from Caddington. Come on, mate. You know. I'll tell you where it's near, Tone. The McDonald's in Caddington. Everybody knows that. S. Shammer. Yeah, judging by your name, mate, I can believe that as well. Originally from the East End. Come on, exactly. Diesel the Pitbull. I do try, mate. I'm a big teddy bear, really. I promise you. Footy chats, East London resident over here too, Diesel. Come on, guys. That's what I'm saying. Listen, you recognise some, innit? Like if they're from East. See what I'm saying? Just the way we talk, mate. Yeah, we know. You don't sound Essex at all. I was Braintree. Yeah, Braintree. Yeah, Freeport. I've been there a few times, mate. Not that far from where I am, actually. London boy, have you been to Harrow, Diesel? I'm from around those ends, always in Birmingham as well. Yeah, I've been to Harrow enough times, mate. Yeah, West London's all right, man. Listen, London boy, when I say this to you, I've been all over, yeah. Listen, mate, sometimes we've all done it, yeah. I've done some proper mileage, mate, in my car, yeah. Trust me on that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, innit? Mikhail's in the chat. Mikhail Kahari, big up, Diesel. Hope you're good, mate. See, look, see, Steph, you know I'm right, didn't you? That's why you're laughing. Look, it's a guilty laugh. Look, you're blushing there. Because you know I'm right. You know I've got a point. See, there you go. Mikhail, the Dutch are looking good, but I don't think they will go too deep into the tournament. That's the thing with Holland, they've always had really decent squads over the years, some proper good players, but for some reason, it's like the bridesmaid, never the bride. They always seem to fall quite early on in tournaments. I don't understand it. It's like Belgium. I look at Belgium and I think, do you know what? When you look at the players they've got in that side, but it's like 11 strangers. They don't really play as a team. You've got too many superstars in that team. If someone could just turn them, those top players, into a team who work hard for each other, I'll tell you, Belgium could absolutely dominate. I'm telling you now. London boy, I haven't been to Scotland yet. Have you been, Diesel? That's the one trip I want to make soon. Yeah, I've been to Scotland. I went 2 years ago. I went, where did I go? Glasgow. It was, Glasgow. In fact, I think I've put some pictures or a video up on my Instagram of when I went there. Scotland's all right, Scotland's all right. For the guys in the chat, in terms of over here in the UK, the two best places I'd recommend if you want a weekend away with the lads, the two best places, in my opinion, are Newcastle and Manchester. Them two places piss all over London, in my opinion. Piss all over it. Newcastle, I've been twice. I love Newcastle, man. I'm telling you. It's so friendly down there. It's not like London, innit? Look at someone the wrong way, you get stabbed or shot. Up there in Newcastle, it's just friendly. Even the guys are all right. Yeah, they just want a good time. But when you're down Newcastle, if you're a Londoner, go Newcastle, guys, or Manchester. I'm telling you now, you be in a bar or a club, the minute you speak and the girls hear that London accent, they're all over you. I'm telling you, they will go over like a granny on ice. Yeah, take my word for it. Right, Steve RFC7 up from Glasgow Diesel. Come on, Steve. Lovely place, mate, honestly. David P, do you think you'll have Dom back on the channel in the future? Is a proper laugh. David, that is the best watch-along I've done. That was my favourite. Yeah, that was my absolute favourite. He had me in stitches. You can see me, Terence and Claude just cracking up. Yeah, because Dom was having an absolute meltdown. I even said to him on that stream, if I could get you on every single stream we do, I would. But yeah, David, listen, mate, I speak to Dom quite regularly, and he's a top bloke. He's actually he's not far from me. He's literally down the road. So we keep on saying about, we're going to meet up for a drink soon. So yeah, we will get around to it. But yes, Dom will definitely be back. Promise you that. I promise you that. Smithy Lizzie, good evening, Diesel, baby girl. Come on, darling. How are you? How you doing? You good, yeah? So a big kiss from me to you. Yeah. Although I saw the stream yesterday, and I think you like Terence more than me now, yeah? Because I saw that comment, yeah? Listen, I see everything, Smithy Lizzie. I see everything, babes, yeah? And if I don't see it, I've got my reliable sources in the chat who message me and tell me shit, yeah? So, if you like Terence more than me, that's up to you, babe. That's up to you. That's your right. Yeah. But listen, you get one chance with this. Yeah. So choose wisely, my love. Choose wisely. Right. Okay. Look, she laughs. She thinks I'm joking. I'm dead serious, babe. Dom's a great man. Yeah, he's a great man. He's a top fella, mate. Honestly, top fella. I'll be totally honest with you guys. There's not really, from what I'm seeing of the game, which isn't much, there's not really a lot happening. Holland are sitting on their 1-0 lead. Austria are not really providing anything at all, really. It was the Frenchie that did it. Yeah. Well, if that's the way to a woman's heart, then I will go out tonight and I will find a dog somewhere, and I'll grab it and I'll have it here. So yeah, if that's what it takes, babe, if that's all it takes, then trust me, it's mine. I'll have that sorted by the morning. Yeah. 3 dislikes. We all know who they are. AJ, trust me, I've got a good idea who they are, mate. Don't worry about it. It's cool. It's not a problem at all. At least they're smashing something. All right. What's this? Happy anniversary, Charlie. Charlie, is it your anniversary, mate? I didn't see that comment. Let me have a quick look. No, I can't see it. If it is, Charlie, big up yourself, mate. Happy anniversary to you, you and the missus. Prefer Liverpool boys, love a London accent. I've done Liverpool. It's all right. It's a good night out. Very overpriced, very expensive. Yeah, and no, not for me. Not for me. I think Manchester and Newcastle are much better. But I'm talking about from a bloke's perspective. Yeah. So obviously it's going to be different. Scotland or Spain, guys? Spain all day long, David. Spain all day long. Blimey, Conrad, I'm still going strong with my girl. Been with her for 15 months and there's plenty of action, if you know what I mean. Boom, boom, come on, mate. Just about walk, yeah? Go on, you're just like me, mate. Samuel, what have you thought about the Euros so far, Diesel? Samuel, do you know what? I'm going to be totally honest with you, right? I love the Euros normally. This one hasn't really gripped me for some reason. I don't know what it is. It's not really gripped me. I've not seen a game yet where I thought, oh my God, what a game. That was class. I haven't. I think France and Germany was probably the best game so far. And even then it weren't great, let's be honest. Good game, but it wasn't breathtaking in my opinion. But listen, it's the first game, I suppose everyone's going to be a bit cagey. No one wants to lose their first game because if they do, the pressure's on straight away. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit cagey, but I don't know. I'm not a lover really of international football in general. I'm really not. I prefer club football. I always have. I just think it's more easy on the eye. Yeah. God, blimey, look at this. No, thank you very much, mate. Look, the first super chat of the night. So, $1.99. Can I get my sirloin steak for that? Well, I suppose if I go Aldi, cut it in half, I probably can. But thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate that. He's put Diesel. Will you do a violent protest if I get sold? It will be a protest. It won't be violent, and it won't be. Sorry, protest or celebration? I don't know what to say now, mate. Listen, I'm still gutted about Martinez, mate. If I'm honest, I'm still gutted about Martinez. Now, listen, the one positive I will say when it comes to you, but I know, is that there are many, many changes that need to happen at the Arsenal. There's many positions that we need to sort out. For me, the goalkeeper situation is not what I would call a priority. So if that doesn't get sorted in the summer, but everything else does, then I'm happy with that. I'm fine. If Leno stays, my apologies. If you stay for another season, okay, cool. It is what it is. But you do need a backup. So if we get Matt Ryan back, yep, I'm cool with that. If we get Onana, it is what it is. For me, the midfield is the first thing that we got to sort out, not the defence. It's the midfield. So, yep, suppose you could stay. I'll tell you what, keep on providing like that, and I might change my mind. But I don't think you're going anywhere, if I'm honest with you. But thank you very much, Brendan. I really appreciate that. Steffi's put, I rely on my personality. No one likes a Wolves accent. Oh, come on. Wolves accent's lovely, babe. Honestly, I'm telling you now, Steph. Guys love a Wolves accent. I swear to you. If you notice, right, not that I know, but a friend told me, you know those girls on those phone lines, right? The majority of them are from Wolves. Right now, they're all hired for a reason. Yeah, they've got a Wolves accent. Like I say, Steph, I don't know that. A friend of mine told me. His name's David. Yeah. Footy chats. Swiftly moving on. What do you think about the fixtures, Diesel? First six. Listen, I heard what Terence said about the fixtures. On this occasion, I actually do agree with Terry. We've got to play them sometime. I know a lot. I'm seeing on social media there's a lot of fans having a meltdown. At the end of the day, you can look at it both ways. You can look at the first six games. I mean, we've got Spurs, we've got Chelsea, and we've got, is it Man City? In the first six. First game was Brentford away. No, Chelsea. Yeah, we played Chelsea in the first six as well. And look, you can either look at it like this: either we're screwed after 6 games, or get them out of the way. Could it be the best time to play these teams at the start? Just get those big ones out of the way, early doors, and then we crack on. But listen, if we had a good mindset as Arsenal fans, as a club as well, if these players have got anything about them, right, don't go into them games fearing the worst. Because if we fear them, we're going to lose. Right? If they go in there thinking, do you know what, we're going to really give it a go today, yeah, and we're going to go toe to toe with them. Why can't we beat them? Why? So for me, it's all about mentality. And it sums it up. And I do agree with Terry on this. When a lot of fans are losing their shit because of these first 6 fixtures, that's telling me that the mindset of the Arsenal fans is the exact same as the mindset of this club, and it's an absolute joke. We've got to play them sometime. Was it better whether it's in the first 6 games or the second lot of 6 games or halfway through the season? Does it really matter? We've got to play them. End of. You know what I mean? So, let's not have this defeatist mentality, this defeatist attitude. Yeah. So what? We've got Chelsea, and what? We've beat Chelsea before. Yeah. Look how poor our team was. Yeah. We've still beaten Chelsea. So I'm saying, go for it. Go for it. Give them a game. Don't just curl up and die and let them, walk over you, because they will beat us. If we have that mentality, Brentford are going to smash us. Yeah? Let's go into each and every game going toe-to-toe with them. Simple as that. Right? And if the club aren't prepared to do that, then the fans, at least the fans, come on, guys, fix up. We're the Arsenal, yeah? Never forget that. 70 likes. Nice one. Cheers, Steve. Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, guys, come on. Please smash the likes. I'm going to keep going on about this, so I probably will annoy you. AJ Diesel, sorry for my bad spelling again. That's all right, mate. I meant Denzel Dumfries, the right back. He's starting for Holland tonight. I think he would be a great buy for us. If not, I agree with you. Get Aarons or Lamptey. Mate, listen, we've got Bellerin at the moment. I'll take anyone, AJ. If you've got the ability to put some football boots on and you've got the ability to run a little bit, AJ, I'd probably take you, mate. So you know what? As long as it's not Bellerin, I couldn't care less who it is, mate, if I'm honest with you. So there you go. Default dude. Hope you're good, mate. What's up, Diesel? Sorry for not being in more streams, but Arteta has just killed football for me, and I couldn't care less with what boring Southgate does. Keep up the good work. Do you know what? That's so true, isn't it? No, anytime, mate. Anytime. Listen, look, it's if you can come on Default Dude and sort of, listen, I try my best to keep this stream upbeat, and obviously, I do my best to obviously give you guys a bit of banter and to obviously have a laugh along with you. If anything, just for that, just tune in just for that, mate. I promise you, I won't make it depressing. But listen, I appreciate your comment, mate. I appreciate your comment. You're always welcome. Listen, sometimes you need a break, man. You need a break. So yeah, I totally get it, mate. I understand. Samuel Pinsley, Arsenal as a club have a weak mentality. That's a fact. Yep. Couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more with you, Samuel. Tayab Khan. Hi, Diesel. Hello, mate. Hope you're good. Hi, Diesel. What players would you like to see purchased this summer window? Well, we need a right back, mate. So as I said earlier on, either Lamptey or Max Aarons. I'd like us to go and get John McGinn. All this nonsense remembering about Ben White. Go and get Lewis Dunk. Do you know what I mean? Go and get Lewis Dunk. Who else? I want British players, mate. I want players who are in this league. Do you know what? Nathan Ake. Yeah, I look at Nathan Ake and I think, do you know what? He's a good player, really good centre half. He can't get into that team. Chuck a bid in. Why not? He ain't playing. It's all these little things. These little, things that I look at and I think, do you know what? That could be doable. Why not? Try it, speculate, inquire. There's a lot that Tybe, if I'm honest with you, I'm more interested to see who's leaving. For me, it's all about clearing the decks. Clear the decks. For me, who we get in is nowhere near as important as to who we get out. So I think, that's the point I'm trying to make. I'm more interested to see who's going. Liam R97 Diesel, Arsenal won't win anything if you lot sign Aaron Ramsdale. He's the English Lloris Karius. Yeah, I saw a story about that earlier on that apparently we're interested in him. Again, oh, this club. Liam, I don't know what to say to that, mate. Would it surprise me? I know Terence will say, it's paper talk in the nose. What do they know? These are journalists. What do they know? It's rubbish. It's rubbish. If there's an article that comes out from a player raving about Mikel Arteta, then that's true, isn't it? That's true. That's not an in the know. That's not speculation. That's a fact because it's a compliment about Arteta. So that's when Terry believes it. Anything else, it's fake news. Okay, mate, whatever. But yeah, listen, Ramsdale, it wouldn't surprise me. That's just Arsenal, isn't it? Cheap. Poundland. This is why I go on all the time about season tickets and not buying the kits, and because why is it we're paying Harrods? We're paying Harrods prices, yeah, and what we get in return is sort of Poundland players. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. You're paying through the nose, for this club, and yet you look at what they're giving you in return. That's a piss take. Yeah, you wouldn't have that in normal life. So why would you have it in football? It's the same thing for me. Anyway, yeah, I'll move on before because talking about the Arsenal, I'm going to start feeling. Lily's in the chat. Right, guys, everyone that's watching, speaking of the Arsenal and the new season, make sure you like, follow, share the new social pages set up for the Gunner Claw Trust. So, guys, on Twitter and Instagram as well, I believe. Please, guys, all follow this. Yeah, this is so when we talk all the time on every stream about protecting Claw's legacy, not only protecting it but growing it and making sure that this legend. People call me a legend earlier on in the chat. Very nice of you, but you couldn't be more wrong. If anyone was a legend, it was this man here. Big up, Claude. That's a legend. Not only do we want to protect his legacy, we want to grow it. Yeah, we say this every time we're on here. and we don't want the man to be forgotten. So as long as I'm here, I will make sure he won't be forgotten. And yeah, the only you guys can help us doing that by following the Gurnaclaw Trust. And yeah, that's all you need to do, guys. Please follow and keep up to date. So obviously there's prizes coming, there's giveaways coming later on down the line. But yeah, so please follow us. And that line that Claude used to say, the man who's so good, he was called Kenny Ken twice. I love it. Kenny Ken. Big up yourself, Ken. My twin.
I don't know. You know what? I'm just trying to come to terms with how bad Austria are. I'm really,
mate, they've offered nothing, have they?
I mean, I don't know who's worse, Bert Gartner or Zurich, but both of them are just complete garbage. I know Holland are working their nuts off and they're pressing and being really athletic, which a lot of the good big teams are doing now, like especially the teams who play 4-3-3. They just add a little bit extra. You know, to play 4-3-3, it's all about like low blocks. It's all about, you know, being able to keep possession, getting bodies forward, and most importantly, being, you know, pressing to make sure the opposition can't play the ball out of the back. And Holland have done it well, but come on, Austria are offering them nothing. I mean, Alaba playing, you know, as you know, the back three, it's a waste of a time. You know, he's not putting there's no service. You know, they really need to change it. Austria really need to do that, because don't get me wrong, you know, they probably think they're sorted and blah blah, but you know, they've got a really, really difficult game against Ukraine. If they were to lose this, so they should be looking to get something from this game. You know what I mean?
I'll be honest, Ken, after what I've seen in that first half, I can't see how they get anything out of this. They're just offering no threat. They're offering nothing.
You know, it's just, that's the thing. I mean, you know, look at Denmark earlier. They, you know, it was clear that, you know, Belgium had about 2 or 3 gears, but the most important thing they did is that they took it to took it to Belgium. You know, scoring an early goal. Probably their biggest problem they had is that they probably didn't get a second goal to put them under pressure. But hello everyone. Apart from that, you know, they gave everything. You know, maybe a bit of composure in front of goal in the second half. They would have done a bit better. But this is a tournament. You don't get much, you know, chances at tournament football. You really, really have to give it your all. You can't just go there to make up the numbers. And right now, Austria just making up the numbers. Maybe they're happy with the fact they got their win. And they think
Do you know, I was just about to say that to you, actually. Because what I've seen in the first half, they look like a team who they're just happy to be here. Do you know what I mean?
Well, they haven't got through the knockout stage. Yeah, that's the thing. I remember, you know, back in the day, as a kid, Austrian football was really strong. But nowadays, you know, it's really, really, you know, disappointing to watch. And as we speak, instead of us having a review of the first half of Netherlands versus Austria, we're going to talk about England again and Scotland. You know, see, you know what I mean? Don't get it wrong. We're all England fans, passionate England fans, except for Leanne and Aldo, who are Italian. But come on, just sometimes, right? Let's leave England to Scotland to someone else. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's, you know, being a multicultural country that we have in this. That is England. I'm sure, you know, some Dutch expatriates, you know, would like to hear more about their own country. And obviously, we've got a lot of German-speaking people here, and some of them got Austrian blood. More of a preview. Come on, man. You know, the big games will take it myself. Don't worry. All day tomorrow, first thing, we wake up excited, and then we're going to be like little kids and thinking, let's have some of that. But at the moment, Warren, at the moment, let's just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because I heard what you said on the stream the other day, because I think they were doing it then, and it's like, you know, I can understand save it until on the Friday tomorrow when we actually play them, but to have it on every single, let's be honest, every night game that's been on, Ken, that appears, and it's like, this country is so biased, isn't it? It's just like, just leave it until the day. They're building it up, Ken. It wouldn't surprise me if it's one of the worst games we see. But then it's been built up and put on this pedestal like it's going to be an absolute war. I mean, come on. you know what I mean?
Well, you know something, right? The only thing saving grace is that Scotland's created enough chances on Monday for them to sort of like put a fear of God into England. But the thing is that if we want to talk a game, which I'm sure everyone's going to talk about, they've got to get their formation right, because you've got to remember one thing, right, is that England are not as good defensively as they'll make out, as everyone makes out. There's still reasons why Trippier played at left back. So Scotland got nothing to fear, really nothing to fear.
No. I think, do you know, if I'm honest with you, right, the way I can see it going, I've got a feeling, I think the thing with Scotland is, I think they'll create chances, Ken. I think they'll play really well. But when it comes to putting them chances away, they won't. They don't have do you know what I mean? Like we've got Harry Kane. You know, if he gets a chance, 9 times out of 10, he's burying that. They don't have, for me, a striker of that ilk who can be quiet the whole game. But that one chance comes along, Ken, he's putting it away.
Yeah, I just before I answer that, Tyre, but I think what's happening is that, you say the BBC are very, very biased. I suppose they are. It's very patriotic, but you get the same thing, like if you go to ITV as well, you've got Ian Wright, very, very biased. Not so.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And I think that's his bias. Ashley Cole's a bit biased as well. And if you go to Talk Radio, Talk Sport, not that garbage Talk Radio, but Talk Sport, Jamie O'Hara, he's saying England should win 3 or 4. So I think biasness is kind of everywhere when it comes to this game. But I suppose what it is that back in the day when we were a bit younger, England and Scotland was the game, and it was like a massive rivalry. And Scotland had quite decent players, but let's just enjoy the rest of this match, and then afterwards, all the butterflies are going to start. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I must admit, I am looking forward to it tomorrow, because the way people are building this up, Ken, and talking about it, oh my God, are we in for a treat tomorrow? So do you know what? They better deliver.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, right? If England don't win this, and it's no disrespect to Scotland, but if England don't win this, then what will happen is that rather than everyone, saying well done Scotland for getting that point and giving themselves a chance of getting something in the last game against Croatia, it's all going to be about, this guy should have played instead of that guy for England. He got his formation wrong. He got this, personnel wrong, and it's going to put a lot of pressure. And I suppose that's why everyone's talking about this game, is because of the fact that I don't know any England fan. Remember, I'm not saying that I speak to every England fan, but if you look at the consensus of opinion on social media, because that's where you get to hear people's opinions. But even the man on the street, I don't know more than 5% of them who are backing this manager. There's a huge, undercurrent of feeling against this manager. In fact, that he's in the job in the first place, and we just don't like him. I personally did not fall for the events in Russia, 3 years ago. I don't know if you feel the same, but I'm not having Southgate as England manager. I think there's better out there, and I just think he's a fortunate man to be in the job.
Yeah, what I think I've got, my feeling on it, Ken, is that I've always, over the years, years ago, back in the day, for a manager to get the England job, that's the ultimate. That's you've got to have done something very special in your career to have that, because that is the jackpot. That's like winning the lottery. When you've got that, you've done it, you've made it, and the way it is now, it's like, no. Do you want it? What about you? Do you want it? You fancy it? Do you want to crack it? It's very similar to the Arsenal captaincy. Do you want it this week? Do you want it? Yeah, it's like that. It is Gareth Southgate. When we think of the top managers and coaches in world football, let's be honest, Southgate's nowhere near Ken.
I think the problem we've got is that the Premiership is too big in this country. For instance, the national team doesn't come first. As much as I push for a midwinter break, I want the Christmas program abolished in order that we don't have situations where players are, when they play for their countries, have got nothing left physically, and that's just personal opinion. And plus, another thing as well, I think it benefits our players as well. And people say, But what if they go and do like little tournaments or go in training camps? No problem with that. If they're playing like friendlies, what's that? They're not intensity though. The Premiership games you're playing are intense, and that's another thing. Another thing as well is that, with all due respect, every manager, with any gumption wants to manage a big club, because at the end of the day, let's face it, the top 6 clubs, and I'm not talking about Leicester, but you have to be realistic. Arsenal, Man United, Man City, Tottenham, Liverpool, and Chelsea. An Englishman is not going to get that job. Frank,
no, of course not.
Yeah, Frank Lampard was very, very much holding the torch for English managers in terms of he had to be successful, just like Brendan Rodgers was holding the torch for British managers when he got a job at Liverpool. But ultimately, they do, err towards, like a foreign manager, and someone who's the best connected coach gets a job. So it really is a close shop, and that's no criticism. But again, we've got billionaire owners, all of them foreign, and basically, whenever our players get linked with anyone, Austria in the attack, whenever our players get linked to anyone, they seem to turn up their nose on someone who we know from league games, not just in the Premiership, but someone really, really like smash it in the Championship.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So we've been educated that way as well. So we're never going to accept like an English manager. So what will happen is that an English manager may be really good at his job, but because he's at, say, a Brighton or Bournemouth, or Aston Villa, where he doesn't have the resources, he won't get a top job.
No. It's the same like a classic example for me, Sean Dyche. I think he's a good manager, but he won't get a shot at the big time with a big a top. He won't. Shame.
Well, the reason why he won't get a shot at the big time, because the principal reason is that I remember just listening to John Barnes, and John Barnes was talking about the situation where right now the players are bigger than the manager, because the players know the owner's in charge, not the manager. So, for instance, a player can go tell the owner about a manager.
Yeah, like at Chelsea. That's what
Yeah, like for instance, and then what will happen? He'll lose his job because he's lost a dressing room. Emery's lost a dressing room. You only look at an example about 5 years ago, Jim Magilton and a guy called Bazooki, QPR Watford. Where back in the day when we played, it was a situation where if you had a blue with your manager, you roll on the floor with him, he'll hit you, you hit him back, and that's over. But Jim Magilton was annoyed with a Bazooki, an Austrian player. Jim Magilton puts the head in. Next minute, he goes off upset. Jim Magilton's suspended from his job, and he eventually leaves his job at QPR because he's lost the dressing room, but he hasn't lost it because a player's gone to the owner.
Yeah. So he's got above him. Yeah.
And I think that's what a lot of British managers will have to face, because simple reasons that it's not a case where you can just raw someone out. You're going to basically the tail does wag the dog.
Of course, especially now.
And us fans accept that. For instance, if Mick Arteta says that Mesut Ozil's not playing, we should have accepted that. But we're not accepting it because Mesut Ozil's a big star, so it had to be something else. And that's the situation. Unai Emery isn't allowed to drop head Mesut Ozil because, in fans' eyes, Mesut Ozil's the talent, and Unai Emery's just higher help. When it should never be like that. But that's how we've been educated, because we've had a situation where too many of the owners of a lot of the top clubs, a lot of them are flamboyant, they're billionaires, and some of them, even if they don't like the limelight, it's all about them. The most important person at Chelsea isn't Tuchel, it isn't any of their players. It's Roman Abramovich. He's the star.
Yeah.
He's a star.
Yeah. And do you remember, Kenny, back in the day when the manager was the highest paid at the club?
Yeah, that's the thing. He's not the highest paid player at the club. You know what I mean?
Them days are gone, aren't they?
Yeah. And it says, how do you motivate a millionaire? A millionaire. You know what I mean? And that's a situation you find yourself in with way football is that it's a culture. And to be honest, right, I'll accept this culture if we were if these players are winning big things in Europe and abroad. For instance, Real Madrid, you could just about bite your lip because of what they won. Even though, like, for instance, someone like Mourinho, you know, he's very much loved by Florentino Perez, but he's going to have to go because he's fallen out with certain players. But, you know, Perez has got them all back, you know. People, you know, Casillas, Ramos, all those players, basically, it was them or Mourinho. And that's how modern football is. Like Pogba, Man United and Mourinho, you know what I mean? Mourinho did that. That's the thing there.
Yeah, although we did have that. Do you remember with the Arsenal with Wrighty and Bruce Rioch?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. That was the first time.
It was only going to be one winner in that, Kenny. Come on.
Yeah. Because I think, well, Bruce Rioch, again, you know, he was talking about how John McGinley works hard in training and he makes his runs. You should be more like John McGinley. And that, now, again, Bruce Rioch got it wrong, and it was never going to happen with Ian Wright and you know, Bruce Rioch. And Ian Wright was bigger than the club, as Paul Merson was saying. But again, that's the situation. Yeah, if you look at the Premier League, the only time a manager's been bigger than the players and probably bigger than the club was probably Arsene Wenger and Sir Alex Ferguson. And to a certain extent, David Moyes at Everton. But if you look at Mourinho, he was the second biggest star at Chelsea, probably bigger than the players, until Abramovich, he fell out of Abramovich. So that's modern day football for you. And I think fans need to think hard before they start singing these players' names, because at the end of the day, these players are just employees and they don't necessarily have the same passion for the club as you have.
No, of course not. No. They're mercenaries. Even nowadays, you know, like, it's not really like when you see new players rocking up at your club, they're not necessarily signings or players that your manager wanted, right? Case in point, right? Shevchenko, when he arrived at Chelsea, all right, Mourinho was manager at the time. The way he said it, he rocked up at the training ground. He didn't know why he was there. That was Roman signing.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, but you can say so because
he didn't want him.
Yeah, but you think about the sales situation. You know, Fernando Torres did Ancelotti want Fernando Torres?
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, and that's the whole situation. You know, with the way things are, is that it's what football's become. And then when you have things like the ESL, John Barnes correctly said as well that fans think they've won something, like they changed the landscapes of British football. Really. The owners is just going to go back to it because you're asking billionaires to get in tune with the man on the street who is a customer. These billionaires ain't idiots. They know full well that customers tend to, if they're banned from Tesco's, they go and shop at Sainsbury's. I'm not saying Arsenal fans will support another club, but what will happen is that when it comes to like membership renewals or membership spaces, there's loads of cabs off the rake ready to take their place, and businesses know that.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, mate.
You know what I mean?
Couldn't agree more.
Not much happened with the Dutch game. You know what I mean?
My stream has stopped.
Don't worry. Once the stream's set, I'll keep you in touch. It's 52 minutes gone. It's kind of the same sort of pattern. Holland pressing and just making Austria just give the ball away. Now Holland on the front foot. Van out of Crystal Palace. Yeah, he's a throw.
Yes.
So you're on a throw. Van Aanholt's got the ball, and once again Austria just making themselves difficult to beat. But again, they're 1-0 down, and they're trying to keep the score down. But you never know. I think it's one of those things where, you know, Holland just have to make sure with a second goal, because you never know what a set piece can do to you. You know what I mean?
So I was just thinking that if they need to get the second one and quick, once they do that, they can relax. You never say that one.
I don't know. Did you watch the game on Sunday when they were 2-0 up against Ukraine? You know, Ukraine got a couple of goals, and it took for a Dumfries winner late on for them to win 3-2. So you never know, and that's where I do worry about the Dutch side in terms of like against better sides who can move the ball quickly. You know, they might struggle defensively, like Belgium as well.
Yeah.
Graham Souness, you know, basically put the nail in, you know, on the head. You know, in terms of like, I still have serious concerns about Belgium's defence. However, will you get the ball back?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, Ken. I said this earlier on about the Belgium side, right? When you look at the players they've got, the ballers, but they remind me a little bit of the Real Madrid of old. It's all about loads of Galacticos, but it's like 11 strangers. They can't play as a team. I look at Belgium and I think that's what they've got. They've got like 11 strangers. But if they could play as a team and work for each other, my God, they could dominate.
Well,
they've got the players, Ken.
I think what's happened is what Martinez is trying to do, he's trying to play like the Spanish kind of possession-based game with movement. But what he wants them to do is just to win the ball back quickly so they can be able to dominate. And I think that's what he wants to do, and that's why basically the way they're playing don't work without Lukaku. Can't work without him because if you look at him, he was a man of the match today, but he was a man of the match because he created havoc for those 2 goals and kind of changed the game where he opened because he made those runs, that movement, that opened up, the first goal for Hazard Junior, and then he created that kind of him and Hazard create that space for De Bruyne to put the ball in there. So there's that genuine quality, but you've got to remember if they're playing a team like Italy, who are going to sustain it, they're going to have to sort of be a bit more careful in that and make sure that they dominate the ball so Italy are not able to do that. But against France, it's not happening.
No chance.
Against France.
No chance.
And Portugal will argue the fact, said, well, yeah, we've got just as many ballers as Denmark, and we think we could do something as well. So that's where, they're going to have to peak at the right time. And, and they eventually, when they will do meet a big team, that's where, you're going to have to see the best of them. Because, as they say, all these golden generations have to deliver, have to win something. Don't care what anyone says. Got to win something.
Yeah. No, whether it's the Euros or World Cup or whatever, they've got to win something.
Yeah. Spain's golden generation won everything. Germany's golden generation won the World Cup. France's golden generation won the World Cup.
Yeah.
Let's see what Belgium can do. You know what I mean?
France is another one.
I like you guys. I promise you faithfully, I'm going to come back. After.
Oh, that's all right. Go on, mate. No, go on. Crack on.
That's right.
Well, all right, mate. It's his own. Liam R97, thank you, mate. That was up for a while. Sorry, Liam. Apologise. Thank you very much for your super chat. So, Liam, let me get this right because I know we did have one earlier on. Okay, I had half. So that was half a sirloin steak. The first super chat earlier on was from Bert Leno. That was just enough for half a sirloin. So if I go into Aldi and cut it in half, that's how much it would be. Now, with your donation, that's a whole steak, so I don't have to cut it in half anymore. I can just walk in and grab a sirloin. So thank you very much, mate. That's my sirloin steak sorted. Boom! Come on, Liam. Thank you. Liam's put tomorrow is war. We're giving everything for this. Mate, let's bring it on, mate. Bring it on, Liam. Come on. I want to see a proper spectacle tomorrow. And listen, everyone's hyping it up to being a great game. And to be honest, it should be a war. Should be. All right, this game's big. It's a big game. So, yeah, let's see what both teams do, eh? Let's see what both teams. Yeah, got King Tony in the chat. Big up Diesel and Big Kelly with the guns. Hope you're well, King Tony, mate. Hope you're good. What else we got here? Lone Star Tell is a legend. Young Terence. Yes, he is, mate. By the way, Southgate has a nose for victory. Oh, Lone Star. The first comment's all right. Don't push it. Lone Star, you would always defend Terence. He does, mate, to be fair. But you know what? Someone's got to, Tony, mate. Someone's got to. Diesel being frugal with the steak. Hashtag prime cuts. Exactly, mate. Come on. Got to be sensible now, mate. Got to be sensible. The good thing is I don't have to cut it in half anymore. I can now get a full one. And do you know what? I say Aldi because honestly, the sirloins, the steaks in Aldi are gorgeous. I love Aldi. Love it. Aldi and Lidl, mate. Proper. AJ, Kenny Ken, real one. Diesel, real one. The rest of the Bannister family, all real ones. Come on, AJ. Thank you, mate. Exactly. Couldn't say it better myself. Tony, Hammer's flying high, but do you think they will nosedive and crash land next season if they don't buy anyone? Yeah, come on, Tony. Yeah, what's actually going on with West Ham at the moment? I'm not really hearing much. Obviously, yeah, you guys have got Europe next season, so obviously you're going to need a bigger squad. Sorry, guys, I don't know what happened there. Oh my God, how embarrassing! Yeah, no, Wi-Fi issue. Sorry, yeah, I had a message coming up saying my Wi-Fi is unstable. So, God knows. Do you think it's because I've been talking bad about Mikel? Do you think it's him? Do you think Terence has told him where I live and he's come all the way down here and messing with the cables? Never know. It could be. But anyway. It is what it is. I'm back. Mikel can't get me down. Craig Malloy, come on, Craig. Diesel bottled it, people like Austria this season. You know what I mean? It was looking that way, wasn't it? No, I never. And I thought it was because you were rolling out the hose. Oh, so listen, if that was the case, babe, then obviously I would have been offline a lot longer than 2 minutes. Trust me on that. London boy Diesel, you need Terence here, then you will have no technical issues. Yep, exactly. Terence is the man when it comes to technicalities. But yeah, I'm learning, people. I'm learning slowly but surely. I'm getting there. Warren, what's happened? It was the Men in Black, Diesel. I know why you're saying that, Warren. That was obviously in relation to what we were talking about earlier on. Exactly, mate. See, I get you, Warren. It's like one mind. I get you, mate. I get you. It's like, and you get me. I love it, Warren. That's what I'm saying. I love all that stuff, mate. Samuel Pinsey, Diesel, got that McDonald's Wi-Fi. Oh, Donald's. I love them. I love McDonald's, guys. I'm not going to lie. See, whenever I get McDonald's, I don't get it anywhere near what I used to. I love it, but I easily spend about 20 quid on me, just on me. I've an absolute fat munch. Blimey. Blast from the past, Warren. Karen Price, up to her tricks again. Where is this Karen Price? Where is she? I don't understand it. You know, was it really Terence's second account, or was it actually a woman? Was it actually someone who just appeared, for a few strings to troll me, and now she's gone? I haven't seen her since. Same with Tracy. Well, I think we all know why Tracy's not here anymore. Bless her. But yeah, another one. Oh well, they're like boomerangs, though, guys. I know they always come back in the end. Daniel Body, come on. Good evening, Diesel. Your twin brother is here. Come on, Daniel. Good-looking guy, Daniel. He's a very good-looking guy. I know, because he appeared on our member stream the other night, which, by the way, guys, was absolutely brilliant. That went for about 3 hours. I said it the other day on the stream, but I want to say it again. I will just reiterate it. Daniel Body, thank you very much, mate. Big up to yourself. Your first time appearing on the member stream. Really good to see you. Put a face to the... I was going to use some rhyming slang, but no, you guys won't get it. But yeah, put a face to the name. Daniel Body, really appreciate that. David Dundas, who was on as well. Stephen Featley was on there as well. Who else was on there? Tony Blackwell was on there. Warren was on there. And they had Seamus, Jimmy D in the chat. among a few others. Daniel Carty, I believe, was in the chat as well. Really nice, guys, really nice. And we'll be doing that again next week, probably Monday. All right, probably Monday, around about the same time. But listen, like I say, notifications, keep them on. And you can find out the latest information on the member streams on the community tab, yeah? So, yeah, keep doing that. All right? You know how we do, guys. We're bringing you content every single day now. And obviously, that's the standard. That's the level that we want to stay at. And, yeah, we just want to listen. It's one way from here, and it's up there. All right? So, let's go. Lone Star, you want a proper steak, Diesel, proper steak, come to Texas. It's what we do. Lone Star, all joking aside, I've always wanted to go Texas, right? Would I be safe? And you know what I'm saying. Would I be right there? Yeah? Real talk now. I'm being honest with you, right? Because I've heard some stories, right? So would I be okay? Yeah, that's the first question. Yeah, I'd like to come home at some point. But also, mate, listen, I go on YouTube, I type in, big American barbecues, Italian barbecues in Argentina, those big, and the Texas, I've seen the Texas one, the rack of ribs is bigger than me. So when I see stuff like that, I'm a foodie. I'm one of those blokes, I will travel anywhere in the world just for grub. Just for that alone. Well, grub and birds, but you know what I mean, grub first. So, yeah, listen, mate, as long as I'm safe there, I'm there, I'm coming. So there you go. Craig Malloy, 4 dislikes. You people are a disgrace. Craig, don't worry about it, mate. We know they are. Not a problem. Not a problem. They can always come to me, Some of these have got my phone number. Do they ring me? No. And they won't. Bottlers. John Gooner, big up Diesel, and my little girl Heidi is watching with me. John, Heidi, hope you're well, darling. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. See, I'm waving at you. This is for you. Kiss for you. Hope you're well. Big up to yourself. Slightly naughty, Heidi. Well, I don't know how old you are, but it's 9:20. So, yeah, you're doing something right if your daddy's letting you stay up. But, no, I hope you're well. Hope you're good, Heidi. And this is from me to you, and big up to John Gunner as well. I'm glad you said that, John, because obviously no bad language. I know there's kids watching. But no, really nice, really nice. Big shout out to Heidi. 100 likes needed, whether you are human or alien, it doesn't matter. Exactly, Lone Star. We're not asking for a lot, are we? London boy, you have a bounce the Facebook group, Diesel. Yes, we do. Go to Facebook, the Facebook crew. Joe, I'm glad you mentioned that, London boy, because that's something that obviously we really want to grow. We have neglected it over the past several months, and that's on us. That's our fault. But no more. So social media wise, obviously we'll have a lot more of a stronger presence on social media, whether it be Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook as well. Facebook for me is really important. We do get a lot of people watching us from Facebook, and they don't get anywhere near the recognition or the notice, shall we say, or the shout out that they deserve. So that's one thing that we do want to do. But yeah, guys, please, if you're on Facebook, go and follow us. Just type in Claude and the Bouncers on there. Follow us, like it, share it, subscribe, anything and everything. Yeah, let's really take this places, because this channel's got massive potential. Whether I'm on it or not, I'll always believe in this channel no matter what, whether I'm here or not. So yeah, please share my vision, guys, and let's take it places. Yeah, let's take it, because it deserves it, in my opinion. It deserves it. Lily Kell, once we hit 1,000, we'll be doing a giveaway. So guys, once we hit 1,000 on Facebook, we will be doing a giveaway. So you know what we spoke about several months ago, when we want to give something back. You guys give up your time for us every single stream we do. Let's be honest, whatever time we do a stream, it's the same usual suspects in the chat. So you devote a lot of your time to us. Listen, you're the same as us, guys. You've got families, you've got kids, so have we. But to give up your time to watch us and obviously support us in the chat, it means a hell of a lot. So if we're always talking about what can we give back to them, what can we give back? And Omar's just told me I've missed a goal. Absolute idiot I am. But yeah, look, I'm going to have a look now. Thanks, Omar. I appreciate that. But yeah, listen, we want to give something back, all right? So help us hit 1,000 and we're going to do a giveaway. Yeah, least we can do. So please, guys, support us. Thank you very much. No, from what I can see, it's still Holland 1, Austria 0. Oh, was you on about the first goal? Oh, actually, hang on. Oh, I thought it was that was from a corner. It was like it was pinball. Matthias de Ligt. It's going out for a corner. I mean, 60 minutes, 17 seconds, 60-18, 60-19, 60-20. Right, I've not seen it yet. Okay, so should be coming up now. Memphis Depay, it's a corner. Memphis Depay's taking it. No, that's headed out. Oh my God. Oh, that went. Well, that was like a rugby. That was like a rugby kick. Who was that? I haven't seen the goal yet. Nearly. No way. Hang on. 70 minutes. Oh, I've missed the goal. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I've missed it. I'm on. Hang on. What am I on? 70-08, 70-09, 70-10, 70-11. So, guys, apologies. This is a watch-along, by the way. Who knew? At least I'm ahead of Samuel. I'm ahead of someone. David P. 2-0. These I'm way behind. Apologies, guys. Steve Cotgrove. My Fools and Horses mate there. Steve, you are 10 minutes behind. Steve, it's me, innit? It's me. You know what I'm like. Come on, guys. You should. You know this about Diesel now. Come on. Don't be shocked. This happens every single time. Mike England, Bamster's banter. Love it. Come on, Mike. Exactly. Where else would you find this content, eh? Come on. You know you love it. Considering we've got over 35k here, subs on YouTube, and we've got 19k on Twitter, Facebook definitely needs sorting. I couldn't put it better myself. So, guys, come on, that's your mission now. Facebook, please. Help us. Lone Star Diesel, check out Franklin's Barbecue and Snow's Barbecue in Austin, Texas on YouTube. Hang on. So I'm not even blagging you, mate. I love watching stuff like that, barbecues on YouTube. So I'm actually, look, Lone Star, I'm writing it down as we speak, yeah? And I will be checking it out after the stream. Snow's Barbecue, Austin. All right. So, just to prove it to you. I'll check it out, mate. When I speak to you next, I'll let you know my thoughts. Thank you very, very much. King Tony, Diesel, do you think the Ben White thing is true? I do. Yeah, I do think we've made a bid. I do believe that. Obviously, it was rejected. So I think we bid 40 million. It was rejected. I think we went back a second time, 40 million plus a couple of quid. When I mean a couple of quid, I mean £2. Brighton fell off the chair laughing, and then an hour later, once they stopped laughing, they told us again it's rejected. I don't know, man. I mean, that sort of tells me that Saliba's going to be sold, which would be an absolute shame because I think he deserves a chance. He can't be any worse than what we've got already. If I'm selling any of them, I'm selling Rob Holding. I think Holding's useless. So I don't know. Listen, defence is a priority. Don't get me wrong. For me, so midfield is where we require the most surgery. So if this thing's going to drag out for weeks and weeks and weeks, let's honestly leave it. Put a pin in it. Just sort out the midfield. I think it's shocking that we're talking to Brighton about Ben White and we're not talking to him about Bissouma. I don't understand that. This is a midfielder who would be a right good player for us in that midfield, would be the ideal partner for Partey. You know, strength, speed, athleticism, imposing. And we're talking about Ben White. I don't get it. I don't get this club. I told you guys this club's finished. It's finished. It's done. Told you that. It's done. By the way, Diesel, the whole lid could be being blown off the UFO thing in the USA within the next week. It is massive and it's real, mate. I am not kidding. Warren, yeah, I'm going to be all over that, mate. I'm going to be researching a lot of stuff later on. Don't worry about that. And don't forget Earth Files YouTube channel. Yep, no worries, mate. I'll look at that as well. Christ, I've got a busy night tonight, people, haven't I? AJ, question for Diesel on the stream. What happened to Jenny Tools? Any idea, anyone? Yeah, see, that's another one. That's another one. Although I believe I did ask the question, was that a girl? And I think she said no, it was a bloke. I think it was a bloke just calling himself Jenny for some reason. I don't know, guys. There could be trolls. There could be people that we've blocked and they've come back under a different name. You don't know, dear. You don't know. Nothing shocks me anymore about YouTube, honestly. 100% agree with sell balding. Yeah, balding, not saliva. Yeah, he is going bald, isn't he? King Tony. You know, not that I can say much, but you know what I mean? He is definitely going bald. He's where I was a few years ago. Craig, Diesel, you are spot on with the midfield. We need someone like a Patrick Vieira next to Partey. Exactly, Craig. Exactly. So forget Ben White for now. Go and get Bissouma. Get that done. That's more important. Go and do it. He wants to come. He's openly said he loves this club. I mean, oh my God, if that's not a buying signal, then what is? Come on. Total hits Sweden. Hope you're good, mate. Hope you're well. You are right, Diesel. Making moves for White instead of Bissouma makes no sense. Exactly. Exactly, mate. I couldn't, you know. That's what annoys me. He's openly come out and said he loves this club. Surely. It just frustrates. Honestly, I'm not going to swear because I know we've got kids watching, but it just really frustrates me, guys. It really winds me up. Honestly, it winds me up. He'd be a right good player for us as well. Can you imagine Bissouma and Partey alongside each other? That's our midfield elevated straight away. And yet, they're talking about Ben White. I don't understand that. What have we got at the moment? What? I know David Luiz is left, but we've still got, what, 6 or 7 centre-backs? And you're going to blow the majority of your budget, and let's be real, it probably is, on Ben White. I'll tell you, this manager, man, honestly, is a joke. Nino, great solo gig, Diesel. Thank you very much, Nino. Love you, man. Hope you're good. Hope you're good. Arsenal should be going all in for Bissouma. He would shore up Arsenal's midfield. Ben White is bang average at best. He's decent. But listen, if we've bid 40, if that's genuine and we've bid 40 million for him, and Brighton have turned it down, I mean, I'm not being funny. 40 million for Ben White is generous, right? I'm sorry. Anything more than that, Arsenal, walk away. Walk away. Seriously. Andy 85 is in the chat. Andy, hope you're good, mate. It's been a while. All right, Diesel, hope you're well, mate. All good. Can't believe we ain't going for Bissouma, instead going for Ben White. This club is a shambolic, clueless mess. Couldn't agree more. The club is done, people. The club is done. Yonis Sheikh, hope you're well, mate. Diesel, what's your thoughts on the Maddison rumours? Maddison is for me, he's an absolute baller. I love Maddison. Love him. I would go all out to get Maddison as a player. I would look at and think, do you know what? That's a player I would go all out to get. I've always liked Maddison, always, even when he was at Norwich. Very good player. He's gone to Leicester. I know he was hampered a lot by injuries last season. Something tells me that not all is well between him and Rodgers. I've just got a feeling that they don't get on. And would he come? You know, listen, a lot of Arsenal fans are going to say, why would he come to the Arsenal? Well, do you know what? Tap him up. Tap him up. You know, everyone else does it. You know, feel him out. Would he? Find out. You know, some of these players know him personally, right? I'll be asking the players. Tap him up. Ask him. Yeah? Would he come? Do you know what I'm saying? It's easy. Come on. But yeah, I'll take him. Whether or not it's true or not, I don't think it is true, Giannis. Simple reason is he'd be a lot of money, and we all know what this club's like, spending big money. We just, we try and get players on the cheap. I personally think he'd be too expensive for us. So I don't believe it, if I'm honest. No, we're just not that lucky, mate. 5 more likes to 100. Come on, guys. Come on, 5 more. If you could, please. Don Aldo, Corleone. Don, Diesel is my favourite. It's funny you say that, Don, because you're my favourite as well. So you got a lot in common, mate. I hope you're well, Aldo. I hope you're well. I saw the stream yesterday. You did very well. I know you was happy with Italy winning. That's 2 games on the bounce now that they've won, Aldo. So you never know. Could they go all the way? Could they? Is it all to do with Claude upstairs? Huh? Yeah, smiling down on the team. Yeah, let's see what they do, Aldo. Let's see what they do. But so far, so good, my friend. Tayab, Diesel, who would you prefer on defensive midfield, Gilberto or Petit? Gilberto for me. Both class players, though. Don't get it twisted. Both class players. Gilberto, very, very underrated player. And he would be ideal for what we need right now. Ideal. Not a fancy Dan. Does a job, sits there, and is happy to sit there. Yeah. So yeah, but listen, I'll take both. I'll take either. Trust me. King Tony, what the F did we? What's close? What the F did we offer Nketiah a new deal? The man isn't good enough. See, I read that as well the other day. That apparently we offered him a new contract, and this was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. He hasn't signed it straight away. He's not even signed it at all yet. That tells me that we're finished as a club. If we're offering players like him a new contract when he's clearly not good enough for this club, then your club's done. It's finished, guys. I'm telling you, I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news. I don't want to be negativity or anything like that. But let's be real here. He's not good enough for us. He could be a good player later on down the line in the future, but we need players who can come in and do the business right now. He's had chances galore to have come in and done something for us, And you know what? I quite like it. Nketiah, he's a trier. He works. But for what we need, we've got to be ruthless. We've got to cut our losses. If anything, sell him and put in a buyback clause. Just on the off chance he does an Andy Cole, he goes away and he becomes an absolute superstar. Do a buyback clause. Yeah, but just sell him. Get him out. We need funds. I know there's clubs sniffing around. What do you reckon? What, 20 million? Get it, take it. But instead we're offering him a new contract. That tells me Arsenal are not going to go out and get many players. That tells me that they've got to sell to buy. It's an absolute mess. It's a mess. Nothing's got better here. Terence with this positivity, I don't know where he's positive. I don't know where he gets it from. I don't understand. What is there to be positive about? And when I ask him that, he can't really tell me. Could talk all day and all night about off the field. I want to know what's going on the pitch, on the field. Because at the moment, sod all. Nino, who wants to play for Arteta? Seriously, we ain't signing nobody big. El Neni and Eddie getting new deals. Trust the process, not in my name. See, El Neni, Nketiah, new deals. Come on, guys, wake up. Wake up. Come on. Come on, please. Diesel, why haven't Arsenal done a statue for Patrick Vieira outside the Emirates Stadium? He was a baller. God knows, mate. God knows why. Craig, like I say to you, it's the club. The club is an absolute joke. The minute we left Ivory, it was the beginning of the end. I have no idea why. There's certain players who should have statues out there. I guarantee at some point in the future, don't be surprised to see Mikel Arteta's statue out there, because this is a man who can walk on water and can't do anything wrong. I don't get it. Even everybody, all the pundits, everyone in the media, no one can say a bad word about Mikel. I just don't understand it, mate. I don't get it. I don't. You'd have to ask Terence that. He's the one with the inside scoop, you know. Things you can find out, God, when you're sleeping with a Spaniard, eh? Anyway. London boy, it's shocking we are looking at Ramsdale, Ben White and Maddison. I mean, we are Arsenal Football Club. We should be looking at a lot bigger. We have turned into Everton. Mentality, London boy. The psyche, innit? What do I go on about, guys? You know, you guys watch us every week. I'm always banging onto Terence about this. The psyche, the mentality, yeah? You know, we can rave about players and how technical they are in the ball, this, that, the other, you know. But it's all about this up here. Have they got it? Do they want it? Are they willing to lay it all out on the pitch? Are they willing to leave it all out there on the pitch? Are they willing to fight? Are they willing to go into battle? Are they willing to have their teammates back? Are they willing to play for this manager? Are they willing to earn them thousands of pounds a week? You know, do they want to win trophies? Are they willing to put it all on the line for this Arsenal club? Are they, you know, listen, we see players score, we see them kiss the old badge and all that. That don't mean nothing. Don't be fooled by that. Yeah, it's all about this. Yeah, and this is what I'm saying. The club is absolutely done. A lot of it starts from the top and it filters down. Liam 97 Diesel, what is the process? Because after 18 months, even Terence can't say what it is. Terence don't know what it is, Liam. I don't let Terence thought he doesn't know what it is. I've asked him so many times and he deflects. Yeah, that's what Terence does. He deflects away from it. He talks about Mourinho or Ancelotti or Everton or Spurs. You know, he can't answer it. Yeah, when you have a conversation with him like I do about Mikel, I'm talking about the Arsenal, our club, who we both support. Yeah. But Terence would rather laugh at that club over there or laugh at them or laugh at Spurs or because they didn't get Conte, or he wants to laugh at Spurs because of this or laugh at Everton because of that. You know, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. That is a true saying, and I do believe in that. Yeah, right. When your own house isn't in order, yeah, then I'm sorry, you cannot be laughing at others. Laugh at them by all means when your own house is sorted. Yeah, and your club sorted and you're winning things, by all means, I will sit here all stream and laugh at this club and that club and this club and that club and that manager and this manager and those players and them players and those fans and them fans. But until then, we're in such a mess. How can we do that to others? You know, let's be... I don't understand. Oh, dear. Arsenal are a business more than a football club. Yeah, that's not just Arsenal. That's all clubs now, mate, I'm afraid. Omar, come on, Omar. I must have said something funny because look, Omar's creasing up. Big up yourself. Warren takes no prisoners, by the way, people. This is what I love about him. Terry's deflecting. He just makes these mad, unsubstantial claims because he knows he's on a tricky wicket and he can't win the argument. So he tries to cause confusion in other people's minds. Fact. So we'll be arguing about Mikel Arteta. Give it 5 minutes, Warren. 5 minutes. For whatever reason, he's got us onto a totally different subject. And I've then forgot about what we was arguing about in the first place. And that's where he gets me. And then it's so annoying. He's honestly, it's like a politician, mate. I'm telling you, it's like Boris's little boy. Oh God, Tayab. The annoying thing is Arsenal fan base mentality is weak. They count community shields as trophies. Exactly. Thank you, mate. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Sheriff Watchira. Hope you're well, Sheriff. These are good shows always. Thank you very much. What is your take on Dumfries, the Netherlands right back? This is the kind of player Arsenal need to sign, power and pace. Do you know what? I think AJ Bryant was asking the same thing earlier on. From what I've seen, mate, Denzel Dumfries. Listen, I said it before. Sheriff, I would take you. If you compare what we've got at the moment to Bellerin, I'll take anyone over Bellerin. But listen, yeah, pace and power is what we need. I want a right back who can defend and equally be as good going forward as well. You know, so when you're looking at like Lamptey, I like Lamptey at Brighton. He's not the best defensively, but he's brilliant going forward. But he's young enough where I look at him and think, do you know what? He could be moulded. Yeah, he could be moulded into a really top quality right back. And same with Max Aarons. You know, I'll take either of them two. But yeah, Dumfries, I'll take him as well. I'll take him. I would definitely take him. 103 likes. We've done it. Come on. AJ, thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate that. Can we get to 150? I know that's a bit ambitious, but can we? Listen, the last sort of stream, yeah, I've heard the one that Terry did, over 4,000 views, and that he only got 100 odd likes. I mean, that's criminal. That's criminal, guys. Come on. Please, smash the likes. Please, please, please. I'm missing out on good family time, right? So I can do this because I want to put a show on for you guys. All I ask in return is some likes. So please, 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 really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Danny, big up yourself, mate. Diesel talking facts. It's the whole reason yous are where yous are now. Your fans only give a crap about finishing above us, mate. Yeah, we even invented a name for it, Dan. St. Totteringham's Day or something, some nonsense like that. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. You know, it's, as long as we finish above Spurs, oh my God, we've had a blinding season. I couldn't care less whether we finished above you or not. What I want to know is, did we finish at number one? Did we win the league? No. Poor season. Poor season. Did we? So what? We come second. Poor season. If you don't come first, it's a poor season. You know, and you have to have that mentality, Dan. But you know, over the years, I don't know. I'm sure it's not just our club. It's probably, you know, loads of other clubs as well. I can only talk from our club's point of view. The mentality is disgusting, Dan, and Arsenal fans have fallen into the trap where they followed the club's drop in mentality and attitude. You know, we used to have standards and, you know, certain standards at this club, which is why Arsenal is such a big club globally. You know, worldwide, Arsenal are massive for a reason, because when you look at we were sport, really. You know, we've over the years we've had the champagne football, you know, the sexy football. We were known as Barcelona Light, remember, years ago, several seasons ago. You know, that's what we were the closest thing to Barcelona in terms of how we played, our style of play. It was beautiful. You know, it was artistry. You know, when you look at the players we've had here, Bergkamp, the Henry, probably the best foreign player to ever grace the Premier League. That's a fact. You know, Bergkamp as well. You know, listen, who'd you pick out of them two? We had both of them, not just one. Oh my God! You know, and you look at it now, and I'm meant to get excited about these players after what I've seen growing up. No. Nah, that's why I always be arshing them. Omar Diesel got his prediction bang on. Come on. There you go, mate. You said 2-1, didn't you? See, Omar? Voice of reason, yeah? No, I'm joking. There's only one voice of reason. Rest in peace. But I've got to be the voice of something. I've got to think of a name for me. I don't know. I've got to think of something. I'll leave you guys to think about it, but no rude ones. It's got to be decent, all right? Samuel Diesel is 100% spot on. It's not often I am, mate, but thank you very much. Players don't care how the fans feel. No, they don't. Listen, we're customers now, Steve. We're not fans, mate. We're not looked at as fans. We are customers. It's as simple as that. That is the reason I will not get a season ticket. I will not spend my hard-earned money that I break my back for every week, same as you guys. Why am I going to waste it on this club? What are they giving me back in return? Simple as that. Now, people can say, well, you're not a true fan if you think that way. No, listen, I don't agree with that. It's not a case of I'm not a true fan. I'm just not a mug. It's as simple as that. Yeah, I'm depriving my family of food, clothing and all that in order to put that money into the pockets of this club. I'm not doing that. Sorry, no. So there you go. Lone Star, voice of the people. Mate, yeah, I'll take that. I can handle that. Yep, that's decent. I like that. Voice of the people. So, yep, so we'll have to use that one. We have to think of one for Terence as well. So yeah, even I'm going to have a think about that. See what we can call Terence. Diesel, like the mentality you have, wish my beloved Arsenal would emulate it. Which five players would you sign if you were in charge of transfers? Oh, toughie. Lamptey or Max Aarons at right back, or Dumfries, actually. So either of those three. I want to go British, mate. I'd go for Maddison. I'd go all out to get Maddison. I really would. I'd get John McGinn. I'll do a cheeky little punt on Nathan Ake. He's at Man City. Granted, he's at Man City. He's not playing. He can't get in the team. I'll take a punt. Long shot, don't get me wrong, but don't ask, you don't get. I'll take a punt on him. I want a striker. I want to sell Lacazette. In fact, I want to sell Lacazette, and I do want to sell Aubameyang. Aubameyang's done it for me. I don't want him here. I've made my mind up on him. I want both of them sold. I know they won't both be sold, but if it was up to me, I would. In terms of striker, I was going to say Harry Kane, but that's not going to happen, is it? I keep hearing about this Ivan Toney who's coming up. I think it's with Brentford. He's meant to be an absolute baller, proper striker. Now, don't get me wrong, I know it's the Championship, and obviously it's a big step up to the Premier League. So, but you know what? Would you take a punt? I'm trying to think of players like realistically, because if it was superstar signings, I'd be saying, the Messis, the Haalands, Mbappe. But let's be honest, with the Arsenal, that's never going to happen, is it? But yeah, British. I want British players, Sheriff. I want players in the league now, players who can come into the Arsenal and do a job now, not foreign players from abroad who are going to need a season to settle. And then don't worry about this season. We'll see the best of them next season, and even then, that's a risk. I want players who can come in and perform now. We the one luxury we don't have as a club, we don't have on our side is time. We do not have time anymore. We are a sinking ship, and we need to get back up there. Simple as that. Everyone else is improving around us. We're only going to sink further and further and further. AJ, Diesel speaking facts. Always, you are a real Arsenal fan. You want what's best for the club. This is why I respect you. AJ, that respect goes both ways as well, by the way, mate. Big up yourself. Thank you very much. I care about Spurs. Well, on your own, love. Got her. Oh, there you go. Diesel, Ivan Toney has got to prove himself in the Premier League. Yep, totally agree. Bradley Byrne, hope you are, Bradley, mate. Another real one here. Really nice guy, this guy, Bradley. Calvert-Lewin, Diesel would be realistic. I'm still not sold on him, Everyone was raving about him earlier, but I don't know. He blows hot and cold for me. Good player. I don't know. I don't know. It depends on the price, mate. Would I take a punt? Probably. But yeah, something about Calvert-Lewin that he doesn't grab. He's not grabbed me yet. I know he's grabbed a lot of people, but he's not grabbed me yet. I'll tell you the striker I do like. What's his name? Moussa Dembele. I think he's currently at Atletico Madrid. I wanted him when he was at Celtic, and I think he went. Was it Monaco? He went somewhere, and wherever he's been, he's smashed it. I know he's not doing it at the moment at Atletico Madrid, but I rate him. I think he's a proper striker. Odsonne Edouard from Celtic, 20 goals consistently. Yeah, good striker as well. That's what I'm saying. Good striker. We need a lot, guys. We need a lot. No, Danny's here to support me. Dan's supporting me, yeah? Dan's my guy, He ain't your guy, it's my guy. Come on, Dan. Tell her, mate. Diesel, would you bring back Daniel Marlon? He's looking class. He's only 21 years old. I think we can get better, though, AJ. I really do. I'd like to see Balogun given a chance, especially next season. Give him a chance, I know he signed a contract, but just give him a chance, because can you imagine, especially with strikers, right? Strikers are worth their weight in gold. Strikers are always the players who are worth, the most money. Can you imagine if we gave Balogun a chance next season and he was banging in the goals? Do you know what I mean? Every goal he scores, he's probably chucking a couple of million on his price tag. You know what I'm saying? We've got some potential quality players in that youth setup. And the likelihood is we're never going to get to see it. So what's going to happen is these players are going to leave us either on free or on the cheap or on a free, right? And it's like us handing these other teams gems. We're handing these gems to other teams. you know, we got this young player. I'm sure his name's he's a centre half, McGuinness. I'm sure that's his name. I've seen him play a couple of times, and those couple of times I watched him, I was really impressed with him. I think it's Mark McGuinness. I'm sure that's his name. Tall, lump, centre half, really good. He excited me. I thought he played really well in the 2 games I watched. I haven't seen him since. Arteta doesn't rate Balogun. It's clear. It's so clear to see. Oh my God! Talk about a boomerang, Zane. Come on, my guy. Oh, Zane, thank you very much for your donation. And Zane, I don't think you are aware, mate. I don't think you understand what you've just done for me there. So what you've done is I had just enough from this stream for a sirloin steak from Aldi, yeah, which is where I get all my steaks from, right? But what you've just done there, Zane, is you've ensured that not only do I get to have my steak, I also get to have my steak cut, chips, my onion rings, and my onions on the side. Thank you very much, Zane. Much appreciated. And do you know what? I think I've still got enough for a bottle of wine. Lambrini. Who doesn't love it? Zane, thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate that. All joking aside, you know I love you. Zane has put, who will get sacked first, Arteta or Ollie? How can Terence back Manuel from 40 Towers when he wants Ben shite? Quality. Oh, I think Arteta will get sacked first. I think Arteta will get sacked at the start of the season. Probably after about 7-8 games, I reckon he'll go. There's no way he's leaving. He will get sacked. Big difference. He will get sacked. I don't think Man United are going to sack Ollie at all, if I'm honest with you. I think he'll be there for a while yet. But yeah, Arteta definitely Zane, the first to get sacked. Second one, how can Terence back Manuel from 40 Towers? Well, Zane, I don't know if you have been watching our streams. I know you pop in. The reason he backs him is because he's sleeping with him. If you want me to be totally honest, he bends over. Listen, you know, when you've got 2 guys, you know, there's always out of the guys. You know, you've got the bitch. Who's the bitch in the couple, and who's the man? Well, I think in this case, I think Terry. From what I understand, Terry's the one who's constantly bending over and allowing this guy, the Spaniard, to do whatever the hell he likes behind him. So that tells me that Terence is the bitch and Mikel's the man in the relationship. So there you go. And he must be giving it good to Terence, because no matter what this man does, he can walk on water, Zane. So there you go. That's that question answered. But listen, mate, thank you very much. Really appreciate that. And Zane, by the way, everything I've just said to you is not a joke. I'm not joking. I'm not laughing. I'm being dead serious. There is something going on, and it's sexual. Thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate your super chat, though. Top man. Lovely. I can eat tonight. Brilliant. Liam, Diesel, every Arsenal fan says Medley should start, and I watched Scottish football, and he was absolutely hopeless at Kilmarnock. Awful defender. One of the reasons they got relegated. Zek, not Zach, it's Zek. I'm sure it's Zek Medley. I'm not really. I've seen him a couple of times, Liam. He didn't really pull up any trees, if I'm honest, mate. Like I said to you, I'm sure it's Mark McGuinness. That's the one. That's the one for me. Who I've seen in the youth, who I was really impressed with. Andy 85, she will be guaranteed a steak meal, as in the words of Del Boy. Come on, Andy, I know where you're going with that. Del Boy said the same thing when he joined up with that dating agency. So exactly, any girl I get with, mate, I'll tell you, she's guaranteed a steak meal. That's a fact. And if she turns her head and looks over there while she's still got her steak on her plate, don't be surprised if when she turns her head back, the steak's gone. Because I'll do that as well. I mean, I'll wear nothing. So, yeah. More than a wheelchair. Diesel, has Partey been worth the money? I think not. So far, I agree with you, he hasn't been. But I have always said, listen, I will give him a little bit of time to settle. I'm going to judge him proper next season. All right, but at the same time, mate, I've got to be honest with you, he needs a decent partner by his side. I do, believe in that as well. And for me, that's Basuma. No, that's Basuma. Jack Ramsey, Diesel, mate, Aldi food is underrated. Even their microwave meals taste great. Listen, I will promote Aldi and Lidl until the cows come home, Jack. I love those 2 places. Reasonably priced, and their meat is gorgeous. It's lovely. I'm telling you now. Oh my God, Zane. Oh, Zane, you've just sorted me out with my dessert as well. All right, let's go through it again. So, sirloin steak, and I can get a big one this time. They also do a rump steak called Big Daddy. But no, I'm going to stick with sirloin because I love the fat on it. So, yeah, sirloin steak cuts, chips, onion rings with onions on the side. Then for pudding, now that you've done that, Zane, I'm going to get a sticky toffee pudding with ice cream. Yeah, I'm thinking probably Neapolitan. Or no, do you know what? Sod that. So I had sticky toffee the other day. I'm gonna go for an apple strudel and custard, and it's all thanks to you, Zane. Thank you very much, Zane. How can we not go for Conte, who is a winner and ruthless? He's like Don Corleone from The Godfather, and I'm sure Kenny would agree with me as well. Conte, I'm telling you now, if there's any chance of us getting Conte, I would take Conte in a heartbeat. Top manager, ruthless, and he's a no-nonsense manager. And that's what we need at Arsenal. Right? We need a manager who's going to go in and who's going to ruffle some feathers. Yeah, because everyone's got it too. Everyone's on easy street at this club, and it needs someone. This is why I wanted a Mourinho, someone like that, someone who is a bit of a bastard who can go in there and just sort these players out. You know what I mean, Ken? Conte, what do you reckon?
Hey, well, the thing about it is you're not going to have any argument for me, but the problem we do have is that the big managers, especially the Contes, the Ancelottis, and Mourinho's, you don't interview them; they interview you. And I think that's the whole situation. Is that
do you know what? You're right there. You're bang on. Yeah, bang on.
So Conte is going to interview Josh Kroenke. He's going to interview Vinay. He's going to interview Edu and Per Mertesacker. And he says, right, what's what? And he's going to say, right, this is what you're going to give me, and this is what I want. How much control am I going to have over my team? How much of a budget am I going to have? And this is my list of players that I need to challenge because I want to win the league this season, and these are the players I want. Have you got the resources to give me that? And that's it. And then you go from there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's true, isn't it? Yeah. Do you know what? You're so right there. Yeah, because that is the case, isn't it? Because I was told that before Arteta come, we did actually interview Mourinho, or we did tap him up. But managers of that ilk, Kenny, of that sort of stature, it is a case of, okay, I'll come in, we'll talk. But I want to know about A, B, and C. And I also want to touch on D, E, and F. And if any of those don't sort of, I don't agree with, or you don't see what I'm trying to say or whatever, then it's off. So I think it's a case of when you're a big manager like that, you have that stature where you can go into that meeting and say, "Oh, I'm interested, but I want A, B, and C."
And you couldn't be more right. And I think that's the whole situation that about the whole thing is that the reason why these managers can do that is because one, they know it's a short-term deal anyway, so they can behave and act as well they want, and they know that if they start doing well, they virtually have the owner rather the other way around. Like no player will dare go and rebel against them, but it's the risk you've got to take because you've got to realise right now the big managers aren't going to be loyal. This kind of utopia that Terry wants in terms of loyalty from players and loyalty from managers, he couldn't be more wrong because it just doesn't exist, and we just have to tap into that. It's no good, right? Arsenal fans or any fans of every club trying to sort of go through this like a utopia. Oh yeah, he kisses the badge, he taps the badge, and he's Arsenal through and through. No such thing. The only people who are Arsenal through and through are the fans, and not even the owner. He's a businessman. For instance, Fernandez at Cube, like the chairman at Queen's Park Rangers is a West Ham fan. Like Jim Gregory, who was QPR's most recognised chairman over the last 50 years, was a Fulham fan who couldn't get in Fulham's board. So he works like Ken Bates, who's Mr. Chelsea. He's a QPR fan. So the whole situation is that it doesn't always work like that. And and Everton, one of the owners of Everton, is a Liverpool season ticket holder. So it's one of the things. It's a business. and the fans have to be businesslike, and they have to, roll the punches, and you have to get people on board. You have to get the best people in place. It doesn't matter whether they're nice people or they come across as well. Sorry, this isn't a charm offensive or finishing school for young ladies who want to go and marry someone from the aristocracy. We're in a results business, and we want to win trophies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like when I've just thought of an example, Ken. Now, as much as I quite like Ainsley Maitland-Niles, do you remember that game? I'm sure it was Leicester. You know when he got sent off, and he was overheard saying to the player who got him sent off, "Why did you do that? That wasn't nice, was it?" Like along the lines of that.
Yeah.
And that just sort of told me what are you what?
But you've got to realise. I don't blame the players. You've got to realise it's an environment. And us over the years, in terms of like Arsene Wenger, he worked very, very well in the early days. He wanted a calm environment where where there is a conflict, for instance. And the thing about it is that because of managers like Arsene Wenger coming into this country, invariably, you can't give a player bollocking. You just can't give a player bollocking. You have to be a social worker, and and you have to be a situation where you have to communicate. For a simple reason is that, when they say it's a 25-man squad, that's exactly what it is. All 25 members of your squad are going to play games. You are going to need them. So you have to make them feel part of the squad. You can't just blank them like other managers used to do. You see, like building up character, or just, you have to cuddle these players. And now I don't care about that. I just want results, and I understand that. And I think a lot of fans seem to forget that thing. And fans need to understand that rather than you use them examples. Well, if he's playing for the shirt, then I'm going to back him. That's very nice and very like Enid Blyton kind of thing. But let's face it, bloody hell, what's this? It's George Graham, isn't it?
Zane's the nuts, mate. He's a legend.
I think George Graham's out of fashion now, isn't it, in terms of what he needs to do. But I think nowadays, I'm ruthless to the players. I have no loyalty towards these players. I will never sing their songs. I will never put their name on the back of my shirt. I'll praise them when they play well, and I'll go after them when they're not living up to their standards. Because the simple reason is that I understand and respect the fact that they may have other ambitions, stay here for a couple of years, get a move to a big club. I respect and understand that. So if they're going to be like that, then I'm going to have to, basically re-engage my brain and be like them and not take it personally. For instance, Grant Xhaka never took it personally when he swore at the fans, because the simple reason is that, football fans are very, very precious. They like to give it the big I am, throw it, like they're big hard men and real men. Then when someone tells them to F off, they start crying and want the guy to get banned and crucified. What are you, men or mice? You know what I mean?
No, I don't agree with the.
Yeah. Obviously. Yeah. But the reason why the reason why I understand Grant Xhaka, I'm not his mate. What I'm trying to say is that what I saw at the ground was a lot different than how it's been portrayed. And I think maybe it's because of what I saw at Aston Villa at home, Bournemouth at home, and then Sheffield United, what I saw on TV, where there was a seed where these fans were after him. He snapped. All right, he may be the captain, but he snapped, and he's thinking, this is the fifth time it's happened. Oh, yeah, by the way, some, Wazik and, failed human being has said some rubbish about my wife and new baby. That's it. I've had it with Arsenal fans. So he let us have it back. So I thought, all right, fair enough. Boom, boom. And that's why I never had a problem with that. But I do get where you're coming from. It's, him swearing at the fans. It's just it's akin to, a player getting a shirt and throwing it on the ground like Hasselbank did when he fell out of George Graham at Tottenham. And I do understand where you're coming from in that respect.
So, see, my whole thing is, if that was at any other top club, I think that player would have been out. I think a lot of it is very dependent on the manager. But I'll go back to a George Graham era, or not very much era, managers of that ilk. If that had happened under a George or a Sir Alex Ferguson, that player would not be seen again. And for me, when you do, it's like, do you remember we had William Gallas who did what he did? And it's things like that, Kenny, where when you see a player doing that and it's accepted because you're basically in the team the next week. I mean, Willian flying off to Dubai for a steak. He just got here, all right, and he broke protocol, right? But yet he was in the team the next week. I look at things like that and I think, do you know what? Players, I mean, we're all sort of criticising it as fans. You must get players and they're thinking, hang on a minute, how's he got away with that? And yet my mate over there, right, got a roasted because he, do you know what I'm saying?
Again, another phenomenon of modern management is a whole sort of, I call it the Eric Cantona syndrome. If you look at if you watch old videos of Man United, if you watch the Man United history that was on Sky, and obviously a voyeur like me watched it, it was very much that Alex Ferguson recognised he had to treat Eric Cantona differently because he knew that he could get the best out of Eric Cantona. And so, for instance, if everyone's been told at Man United to wear the club suits, Eric Cantona will come in a suit, but he'll wear some trainers, which a lot of people do. That he was probably ahead of his time, but that's the situation. Another phenomenon. For instance, Mesut Ozil, because of the player he is and what Arsenal thought his value, it's clear that there were certain games that he was rested from because of the, because he felt we could get the best out of him in bigger games. Now that's a red rag to the ball for me if I was his teammate. But that's the situation. That is modern management. Some people you have to, for instance, there's some players and it's who you could have a go at.
Yeah.
And and there's other players you have to put your arm around them, and that hasn't changed. But what's happening now? It seems like you have to be able. You may have to do it to every other player because simple reason is that it's a domino effect that Graham Souness talks about. I annoy you, that means Terry's not going to be friends with me no more.
Yeah.
And that means I could lose by having a go at you and balling you out. I've probably lost about 3 or 4 players. That's
that's where clicks start to form, innit? Yeah.
And you have that at every club, and there's no doubt that would have happened at when Mourinho was at his second spell at Chelsea after he won the league. There's always going to be players who are not as loyal to him in the second spell at Chelsea that they were in the first play. Players like Cavalier, Ferreira, Drogba, Cech, all those people worship. The Hazards of Fabregas may not be the same people. You know what I mean? Oscars, they may not feel that way about Jose. And I think that's whole situation as well.
Because I've got to be honest, right? When we talk about player power, the first club that enters my mind is Chelsea. And I'm sorry, okay, I'm just saying very quickly because I know you paid for it. I'll read that. Kenny, would you take George Graham? Well, I think Kenny would. He's still younger than Harrison.
Not at all. I think with George Graham, it's the sole situation is that there's a reason why George Graham's last job in football was 20 years ago, and it's because managers like George are out of fashion in terms of like. The players that George, that we need to win matches. And also it's the style of play as well. It's the style of play, and invariably the best teams in this country are going to copy, what's going on in Europe. It's not a case of like we're a little island. We're going to another thing as well. And I say it's a great respect to play, George Graham as well. There's a lot of continental players who won't understand George, won't have George. And that's not because George is a bad manager. He's an excellent manager. But it's a different environment there. And, and I think that's the thing. Our cousins from the board have been, in terms of like, sports science, personal trainers, diets, they've also brought that kind of mentality as well, where a calming nature, you know what I mean? And all right, that's very rare to ball to you, but that's what football is now. Invariably, it's like how to say, when you used to watch Batman, the old Batman series, where basically the commissioner had the red phone that went straight to the Batcave. Well, players, if a manager pissed them off, got the owner on speed dial, haven't they?
Yeah. Yeah, do you know what? It's true. Again, I think of Chelsea because we all know like the John Terrys and the Lampards and enjoying their summer holidays on Roman's boat, and you can just imagine.
That's wrong Because remember, David. One of the problems, David Dean was like a very big problem. He was at Arsenal, where a lot of the times him and George Graham. One of the reasons why he fell out because David Dean was too close to some with the players, and George Graham felt we undermined him. And I know that was a situation we had. Terry Neal face and Don Howe face, and that has been documented that David Dean had too much of an influence. Like they'll be going, the players will be going out with the vice chairman and blah, and the wife, clubs and all that, and that's a situation. I think George Graham wasn't having that, and it's well documented that George Graham and David Dean didn't always have the warmest of relationships. Not the kind of relationship that David Dean had with Arsene Wenger, where basically Arsene needed David because of his contacts, and he's an excellent football man.
Yeah, exactly. No, I totally agree.
But again, David Dean brought a trend, speed dial to like the manager. So speed dial to the majority shareholder instead of talking to your manager.
Yeah, and then And I was going to say, also, Zane, let me know about this, because is that true? Harrison Ford is doing a new indie film. Let me know on that.
He must be about 79, isn't he? He must be about 79.
He's got to be. And do you know what, right? It's I think I said this the other week as well, just touching on what you said there, Ken, because I mean, who was it? Was it Pogba and Mourinho? I don't know who it was. It was a case of manager trying to talk to the player. I think they was arguing or something, and the player just turned away and went, "Do you know what? Don't talk to me. Speak to my agent. Go through my agent.
Well,
don't talk."
That is the situation. Like Terry. And I'm sorry, Terry. I know you're watching this, but I have to say it as I say it. Right? But you see, Terry's always got this bee in his bonnet about people like Romano and transfer speculation. They wouldn't be doing. They wouldn't be like. All right, a lot of it is logic. You would look at a team rather, and then what will you do is that you either worm your way in and be a stats man and says, "Oh yeah, by the way, this guy has got this record and these stats. Yeah, let's go and get him." So you worm your way in and come at that crap, or you use logic and say, "Well, Arsenal need a right back and blah blah," and you put it out there. But invariably, there are managers, players, and agents, especially agents, and maybe some owners of the club who do leak this information and say we're doing this and doing this, because what they're trying to say, tell the fans, this is what we're doing and this is what we're trying to do, and that we are working hard in the transfer market. They're all leaking it, and Terry doesn't seem to get that. Yeah, 50% of it is guesswork, but don't be, it's being leaked. I'm telling you that. It is being leaked.
Well, Ken, that old saying, mate, there's no smoke without fire.
Well, yeah, I don't really always agree with that thing, but it's just, there are people who leak stories. And then when you go to autobiographies, they basically tell you after the event they've done that. Let's just say newspapers back in the day used to pay a lot of money to players to leak stories, or dare I say, had a retainer. You know what I mean? Yeah. Darren Lewis. He knows a lot about. He covers Spurs. He used to cover Spurs for the Daily Mirror. Do you think that he hasn't got someone in Spurs who's giving him news? Do you think Do you think Cross doesn't have someone at Arsenal giving him news, or Einstein giving him news?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Hey, good evening, mate. But, and that's the thing. That's not me just speculating, making facts. It's factual. It's factual. If you don't believe me, you can go and speak to journalists themselves, and they'll tell you openly. I was on a TV show 9 years ago with Perry Groves and a few others, and off camera, it wasn't Perry Groves, but a lot of these guys off camera says, yeah, that's true. Players were doing it, and most importantly is that certain players used to get pressures if they got criticism. So journalists who had links to the players had to temper their articles to make sure it wasn't too critical. So players will still accept their interviews.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. Do you know what, Kenny? Everything I used to love about back in the day, like we hear that saying all the time, the good old days, and it's so true with everything now. I just how it was then to how it was now, and I'm not just on about football. I like most things in life.
Yeah, but thing is, right? If you don't, if you have that kind of sort of an attitude, like we'll meet again attitude, or the good old days, and you're going to be left behind. Even in the business you're in right now, you're in a sort of new media market. You've got a YouTube channel. You're in a situation where essentially you're having to keep up with the times in terms of your graphics, the music, everything, because other people are doing it. Because you're competing for views invariably. You're doing the same thing, talking about the same club. You're competing for views invariably as well. There are going to be situations where you have to collaborate because it's beneficial to that person and beneficial for you. And so it's one of those things where you have to be on it. You have to be in zonal marking whoever's successful. You know what I mean? Yeah, you have to be individual, but make sure that that you don't fall behind, because you're in a very, very competitive, treacherous business, and dare I say, a young business as well. It's a young man's game. You look at all the. No, I'm not saying it in a wrong way, but I'm just saying you have to zonal mark these youngsters and find out what they're doing, and find out why they're getting views. You know what I mean? You have to do it, and that's always been kind of my argument as well. You have to move with the times. You know what I mean?
No, I couldn't agree more. I think a lot of it as well is the you said about the age thing as well, but I don't know what everyone's like in the chat. I like characters, Ken. I like watching something.
They're still there. They're still there.
You're watching a couple of lads and you're thinking, do you know what? I could imagine myself having a pint with them in the pub. Like, do you know what I mean? I could just lads, just normal, like no crap. They say what they mean. Do you know what I mean? But also you can have a laugh and a bit of banter with it. I've had a long, horrible day at work, and I'm watching a stream of a night time, and these guys are making me like, oh, women. I'm watching. There's a bit of banter. There's a bit of everything. A bit about the football. I come off the stream. Do you know what? I enjoyed that. I had a bit of a laugh. I had a giggle. Yeah. That's all it is, really. I mean, that's all. Well, that's what we.
Invariably, that's what's happened. You know what I mean? But you have to
keep up with the times.
Yeah, and plus, you may have to go to bed with a few sharks to get the end result.
I don't know it, mate.
It's the whole.
My twin brother Daniel Bod.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's one of those things, anyway. But you know what I mean. It has to be done, and and that's the thing. But in terms of football as well, it has to be done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Arteta's a very, very fortunate man, but again, it's direction of where the Cronkies want to go. But he's got first 6 fixtures. He has to, in my opinion, he has to get at least 15 points.
Yeah, 4 out of the 6. Who would you? As Daniel says here, Ken, who would you personally, if he got sacked, who would you want? Because I'm even hearing about Rafa Benitez possibly going to Everton. I mean,
I think the thing is that we reduced to Rafael Benitez because he's a safe pair of hands. But again, someone pointed out to me, an Everton fan pointed out when I was reading an article, we can't be that hungry because he went up to China and earned easy money. So obviously, that's the situation. But you've got to remember one thing right now: we're running out of time. We're running out of time to get someone in right now, because what will happen is that if we do, have to make that decision and results go south, which we pray don't, but we suspect.
Yeah, who's available?
Well, it was a case of, the thing about it is that what will happen is that if the results are really that bad, it doesn't matter who's available or not. The manager won't be able to carry on because you can't at risk continue with the slides, because where you could say, it's going to get better, it get worse before it gets good. But when it gets good, it could be a situation where we're far away from where we need to be, and that we'll have no chance of, fulfilling our ambitions, whatever they are this season. And that's why managers invariably have to go. And that's the situation. We don't. And that's one of my biggest bugbears. If you do give Arteta another season, you're risking having this situation where if things go wrong, a decision has to be made, but the season's over.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he will be sacked, Ken. I think first, I would say 6 games. I think after, I'd say 10 games. I think he'll go. My worry is when he does go, and we're looking around at the moment. There's some top class managers available now. By the time we sack him, I'm afraid that. Listen, no top quality manager is available for long, Ken. We all know that. They get snapped up, on the quick. My worry is when we eventually do sack him, and we will sack him, it's inevitable. It will happen. But we're going to look around and we're going to think, oh, God, there's no one.
A problem is that if you do make a decision like that, if things go drastically wrong, although we think drastic left hand a long time ago, you're going to have a look at. You want to look at the situation and think, well, you know what? Whoever's going to take over might not even be able. Why not even have a transfer window, a January window, improve things or get his own man in? So that's another thing where you're risking wasting the whole of the season, and that's why I'm saying it now. The first 11 we got right now isn't going to do anything, and and invariably it's going to be. So if you look at players like Rob Holding, you look at other players, like Gabriel, you look at Murray. Yeah, they're okay. They're good players, but they're not going to take us to the next level. They're good. They're squad players, with the exception of probably Gabriel, but they're squad players, and we've got a lot of players in there who play in the first team who are squad players invariably. No disrespect to Callum Chambers, he's a squad player. He's not a first teamer that's going to take us somewhere. So if we go with this first 11 that finished right now, then what will happen is that we're running the risk of struggling this season, which is not on, which means we have to, zonal mark whatever is happening in the transfer market and hope that we do get the acquisitions we need. And it doesn't matter at the moment for me whether we're having a shit players out. Doesn't matter. You just buy the players, and because the most important thing is to improve the squad. Shipping players out could take a year maybe, or even if we're optimistic, probably a couple of months before the season starts. But we have to. But if you're playing a long game with some of the players we want out, then we're wasting the season. We should be getting players in now. As far as I know, FFP don't exist no more.
Says it all, doesn't it? I mean, I'm with Lone Star on this because this is my sort of attitude as well. Is put these players on $100,000 a week, if not more, and their feelings get hurt. Do me a favour. I'm sorry, but I am.
I always look at the situation right now. Is that to be a footballer nowadays, especially in this dog business where the rewards are high for the very few, to make it, you have had to have it, just not just physically and athletically, but also you have to have had it mentally, because you are going to get a lot of people who are going to want to basically shit on you from a high stand in order to get into you, take your place. That is modern football. There's no mates. Everyone's there, is a dog. You know what I mean? It's a dog world. It always has been, and it's just as much now. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, you look at it. If you're 6 years old, and you go to an academy, you have to be mentally strong in order to make it all the way to a professional, because there's going to be a lot of situations where, your parents won't be there to help you.
Yeah.
So you have to be. That's how you're talking now. You know what I mean? And you have at 6 years old before up until you make your first team start, there's going to be a lot of people saying next best thing. Then a year later, the next 6-year-old is going to be next best thing. So you've got to put up with that.
Do you know what, Ken? I'm so glad you said that, right? Because I know of a couple of guys, right, when they were obviously we were younger, and they were absolute ballers. and they were approached or tapped up by some of these clubs. But what they do is obviously because they're kids, they go for the parents. Now, what a lot of these clubs do is they offer the parents a house, a nice car, right? And obviously you like to hope the parents are not blinded by that. And obviously, they put their child first. But there's a lot of parents I know of who forgot about the child's welfare and they just thought, a house? Paid off, and we get a car, right? Then obviously they agree, they sign up their son, and as you say, Ken, so there's that big hype. 2 years later, boy don't make it, and sometimes they just can't handle it. And
they leave the game. They leave the game, innit?
Over that, some of them commit suicide, Ken. Because they don't have a backup. They in their mind they've been told through the parents and the club, you're going to make it. This is you. This is your path. So nothing else matters, does it? Now, when it doesn't work out, what do I do with my life now? What do I do? I don't know.
And that's the thing. And I don't care. I don't care what anyone says. But you could tell them to you blue in the face and say, you know what, this is how it's going to be. You've got to have this thing to fall back on. It's going in 1 year out the other. As far as they're concerned, they're geared to be a professional footballer. And in terms of what the parents been, taking the money, still proportionally, a lot of footballers, do come from working class backgrounds. Proportionally.
Yeah.
And I say this with the greatest respect. And obviously you'll notice as well, a majority of, the footballers, making it now are people from black, West Indian, African backgrounds. Now, if you look at proportionally, a lot of black people in this country are working class. So, we say about 80% and 20% of middle will consider themselves middle class. So basically, you're having a situation where, again, their parents economically said, "Yeah, thanks, I'll take that."
Yeah.
Because you look at a lot of black parents, especially African parents, they've gone from football's not a career, it's only a game, go and study, to understanding, well, actually this could be a good career and a financial career. So they understand that. And they understand the situation with not just football, rugby, cricket, all the other sports, plus the acting professions, and also like the entertainment and singing as well. And like music industry, where before we maybe a lot of African and West, probably Caribbean musicians were lost because their parents assisted in education, especially in the African community. So again, it's that sort of thing where again everyone understands the rewards, and now everyone wants to do that. You know what I mean? And I think that's why any player now, I've always going to have respect for people like Smith Rowe, Mason Mount, players like Phil Foden, because at the end of the day, kids like that, and they've made it with all the hype that and the pressures they would have encountered. They come through academies where it's dog eat well, and they've made it. You know what I mean? And I've got Saka. It fills me with great admiration that he's made it to the England squad because of the fact that the pressure he would have been under from a young kid to when he joined Arsenal. Yeah. So no, exactly. Got nothing but respect for him. Nothing but respect.
Yeah. No, exactly. Lone Star's put here. Do you really believe Arteta will last another season? A few do. He is the part of the process.
Well, the thing is, he only lasts a season if the results are compatible with the backing he's receiving from fans and from the board. We have to get in the top four next season, and that's just the minimum. It's non-negotiable. It's not. We have to find a way. Yes, we know Leicester is strong. We know that invariably, like Chelsea, Man City, Man United, and Liverpool are going to be very, very strong, and Spurs are going to be smarting. But it doesn't matter. We're Arsenal, and we demand success. And how I qualify success for now is top four qualification and winning a trophy. And if you can't do that, then it's a failure this season. Exactly. Because every season we don't play in the Champions League or don't challenge for a title, win a title, is more and more evidence that we're completely, and I say this with the greatest respect, we're on the wane as a football club.
Yeah, no, it's true.
There's no evidence to say that we are a feared club if we're not in the Champions League or winning the league or challenge for it.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's the message for you, Ken.
Hey, dude, you're all right. Oh, shit, what's this? You like that, don't you?
Hey, stop embarrassing me. Stop it.
Oh, embarrass you. You
go
want to your guns out. I've got to stop you.
Go and get a roll neck on. Put a roll neck on, please.
Nah, you know the score. You know the situation, right? They talk about freedom of speech. I'm talking about freedom of expression as well. And I've just expressed myself just now. On demand.
Come on, Ken, my guy. Zane, thank you very much once again, mate. So, right, Zane, so what you've done for me, right, so I've got a sirloin steak, cuts, chips, onion rings, onions on the side.
What is coach?
With custard. And Kenny, I'm going to get a bottle of wine, not a Lambrini anymore, Zane, because I've now got enough. I'm going to get a rosé. Thank you very much, Pinot Grigio. Zane has put, Kenny, would you take Vieira?
Well, the thing about it is, I wouldn't take Vieira. The reason why I won't take it, it's not personal, but I don't want
ex-players.
The direction I want the football club to go in is the direction of which is, where the big clubs are playing as 4-3-3. I want a situation where we're getting the best players. I don't want anyone who's connected to what was working 20 years ago. Patrick Vieira is very much an Arsene Wenger situation where he's going to try and do the same things Wenger did. But what Wenger did in the last 10 years wasn't working. So I want a fresh approach, and I want someone who basically is going to come here and think, right, I'm here to win, and this is how we're going to do it. I don't want anyone who is hamstrung by the club's traditions or what they believe to be the club's traditions. Or what they believe is an Arsenal way of playing. There's no such thing as an Arsenal way. Well, back at 30 years ago, 25 years ago, the Arsenal way was 1-0 the Arsenal under George Graham. And we're all basically strong defence, good at set pieces, corner by Brian Ward, flick on by Stevie Bolt, Adams heads the ball, Smith heads the ball. That's the Arsenal way. Then Arsene Wenger got us playing some of the best football I've ever seen at Arsenal. But
yeah. You know what it is, because a lot of Arsenal fans, right? A lot of Arsenal fans, so I look at it differently, but there are a lot of Arsenal fans who would say yes to like a Vieira because number one, he's a club legend. And you always get that thing of, I want him to have it because he gets it. Now, my whole thing is sometimes I think that works against. That's why I don't want ex-players. I want someone to come in who's got no affiliation with this club at all. Reason being, though, Kenny, because sometimes emotion, you get clouded by emotion. Yeah,
of course you
get blinded by emotion. and it clouds your judgment.
Look at Big Frank at Chelsea. At Chelsea. No disrespect to Big Frank, but there were flaws in what Frank was trying to do at Chelsea, and I say it's a great respect, is that he wasn't ready for a job of that magnitude, and some of the decisions he was making up until the time he was dismissed were questionable. I mean, Rudiger not getting a game in his team, that's just criminal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think, and I say it's a great respect. The only decisions he probably got right was Mason Mount, probably getting Werner and getting a new goalkeeper in Mendy. And making sure that Kante was the be and end all of it. Apart from that, you go for it wrong. Diesel,
that's
we've
true.
been talking for a long time. I've got a confession to make, Lizzie. I've ordered a late night takeaway. And it's arrived.
Oh, Ken, you invited me round. Thank you, mate. I'll be on my way. Yeah.
Get on your way. I'll give you directions. The wrong ones.
No worries, Kenny. Thanks for your time as always, man. I love you.
Enjoy that discussion. Speak to you later.
Nice one, top man. Enjoy it.
See you, Lily. See you, Tel. Speak later. Bye.
Later on. Cheers, Ken. Bye. Cheers, mate. And look, we've got another legend here. Look, DJ Crane. Love this guy. Really nice fella. DJ Crane, thank you very much for your super chat. Right, I'm going to go through this again. So, sirloin steak, the one with all the fat on. Right, Sirloin steak, cut, chips, onion rings, onions on the side, apple strudel with ice cream or custard, whichever. Follow that up with a bottle of wine, which will be a Pinot Grigio, but it's going to be a rosé, and one for the road. I'm going to have a nice cappuccino or a latte. I've got enough for all of that, and I can still go on with a little bit of change left in my pocket, so I can probably get an Uber home. DJ Crane, thank you very much, mate. You've contributed to that. Once again, I am eating tonight. This is for a nice protein. This is, I didn't read that bit. This is for, I've just been mentioning the whole bunch I'm going to have tonight, and you're talking to me about a protein smoothie. Can you smoothie a steak? This is for a nice protein smoothie for them guns of steel. You must be talking to Kenny. Guendouzi leaving for 7 million. Under Unai, he was 40 to 50 million. Enough proof Arteta ruins the youth. I could not agree with you anymore, DJ Crane. And listen, guys, you all know how fond I am of Guendouzi. I think he's a very good player. I really do. I love his mentality. Listen, I know, look, he's got a bit of an attitude. He's a youngster. What he needs is a manager to put his arm around him and say to him, do you know what, Matteo? You've got the makings of a world-class player. You can be as good as you want to be, yeah? Right? But you've got to sort your attitude out. Now, look, he's just had a kid, yeah? And we all know as men, you know, when we get kids, we do grow up slightly because obviously we've got that added responsibility now. And let's be honest, having kids does mature us. So you would have thought he would have looked at that and thought, you know, he's settled down, you know, he's got a girlfriend, he's now got a child. I'll give it another bash. He is good enough to play for us. And I don't care what anyone says, right? Terence doesn't like him, but I'm telling you now, don't listen to all of that. He's a very good player and he appreciated playing for this club. And I want players like that who appreciate playing for the Arsenal, right? He's a diamond in the rough. He's just his attitude, but that can be sorted out. It takes the right manager, and whoever that right manager is, if a manager can get hold of him and get that out of him, I tell you something, they will have a baller on their hands. And unfortunately, guys, I don't think it's going to be us. But DJ Crane, thank you very much, mate. I really appreciate that. I cannot wait to have my munch later on. Oh, buzzing. I'm on my way, baby. Come on, you've only got to ask once, baby. You don't even need an invite, yeah? If you're lucky, I'll even give you a bit of my apple strudel. Oh, that sounded dodgy, didn't it? Tail hit Sweden. Good night, Diesel. Big up yourself. Thank you very much, mate. DJ Crane, come on. We always have a bit of banter, don't we? Smithy Lizzie, once again, 131 likes. Well done, Diesel. Listen, it's not a lot, but you know what? I'll take it. I think if you compare how many people are in the chat, it's actually exceeded expectations. So thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate that. Appreciate every single one of you. David P, will we have you and Terry for the England versus Scotland game tomorrow, Diesel? Yes, you will, David. Yes, you will. That is the big one, mate. Don't worry, we will both be here. Not a problem. So, yeah, guys, tune in, notifications, all that jazz, all of that. Smash the likes, share, subscribe. Very close to 35.2. Is it 30? Yeah, 35.2, I think it is, isn't it? 35? I think that's what we're on. Yeah, 35.2. We're very close to that now. So yeah, it's going in the right direction. We're buzzing. Still humbled to be on here. It's still a buzz every time we do a stream. Love chatting to you guys, especially guys like yourself, Christopher Ward. Big up, Diesel. Good morning from Oz, Australia. That's another place I really want to go. Down under. God, I can't beat it. The only thing is that, Chris, is the spiders. That's my phobia, mate. And you've got some proper big ones out there, ain't you? Do you know what I'm saying? The kind of spider, they're so big, mate, probably walk past me and say morning to me. Do you know what I mean? But, yeah, listen, if I can just get past that phobia, mate, I'm out there. Yeah, I'm out there. Obviously, that's where Kylie Minogue is from, and I'm a massive fan. So, you know, it's the reason I want to go. Brah, train. Brah. Sick name. Hi. Hope you're good, mate. Hope you're well. AJ, Diesel, you're a real one. Thank you for your time. I wish you and your son the best possible life. AJ, thank you very much, mate. Same to you. And give all our love to your granddad, mate. Yeah, and I hope he's okay. Enjoy the time you have with him, mate. And yeah, if he fancies a laugh, AJ, get him to watch one of our streams. And maybe we can give him a few laughs as well. But listen, all joking aside, make sure he's all right, mate. All right, enjoy your time with your family. Because that's what it's all about, mate. at the end of the day. Blood's thicker than water, always will be. All right, guys, listen, thank you very much for tuning in. Look, it's been just shy of 3 hours. I've now got enough to obviously go and get my steak and my dessert, my apple strudel. Oh, and they're proper big, they're like that long as well. Oh, God, food for me is like porn. So yeah, I'm going to go and enjoy that. Alfie, Abbott, hope you're well, mate. Big up yourself. I love spiders. I'll save you. Oh, babe, take me. I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. Come and get me, innit? You do a lot worse. There you go. I'm not as big as Kenny, but I make up for it in other areas. Anyway, so I'm going to go, guys. I'm going to go. But listen, thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate it. And please catch up with us tomorrow. Myself and young Terence. Obviously, we'll be doing the England and Scotland game. It's a big game. Everyone's hyping it up. It's World War III. But both teams are going to go for it. Both teams are going to be up for it. Listen, this could be a friendly. It could be the Euros, the World Cup. It doesn't matter what it is. It's England v Scotland. It's big game. It's a war. All right, that's what I'm told. So let's see if it is. And obviously, myself and Terence. So if that's not a war, obviously it will be with me and him, because we all know he's going to say something silly about Mikel, and I'm going to have to bury him once again. So, guys, tune in. Don't miss it. David P., thanks for another top stream, Diesel. Great chat as well tonight. As usual, thank you very much, mate. I've got to start watching the game a lot more. I do apologise. I just love talking to you guys so much. So, obviously, watch-alongs are not my strong suit, but there you go. We've all got a weakness. Mike England, take care, Bouncers. Good night. Mike, top man, thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Bra Train thinks we're going to beat Scotland 3-0. Well, if we turn up, I can't see the reason why we can't, mate. So let's have it there. Andy 85, take care. Big up to you, Andy. Thank you, mate. As always, and Will M. Hooper, you're the one who said that the fifth film's coming out, Indiana Jones with Harrison Ford. I'm looking forward to that, because those films are their favourites of mine. I love those films. So, Will M. Hooper, thank you very much for letting me know that, mate. Bit late for dinner, mate. Enjoy, though. Great stream as always. I know, Slate. I know. Do you know what? This is the only sacrifice we make when we do things like this. You do eat late. But I can't go to bed if I'm hungry. I can't sleep. I'm starving. It's on my mind. I've got to munch something, mate. So, I'm going to go and do that. So, I'm going to gym tomorrow morning. So, yeah, listen, I'll burn it off. But yeah, guys, it's been real. Thank you so much, Warren. Brilliant. Thank you, mate. And Earth Files, I'll check that as well. Guys, love yous. And one last thing, as always, Arteta out. And don't let anyone tell you different. Not Terence, no one. Arteta out now.